408-8863. My love, we are gearing up for a beautiful Heritage Day, and this is why we want to inspire each other. So this is why you need to come through and post a young picture where you honestly just came through with the heritage vibes. You really wore something that just really looked like your culture or just really signified it. And we want to see it as your Expresso family. Head over to social media, #Expresso Show. Come and show us your heritage, show us your culture, and let us get inspired as a nation. With that being said, it's time for us to get into the news headlines with the beautiful Carissa.
That's right, Sanele, 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into your first bit of news for the morning. And in your national news, economists and analysts widely expect the South African Reserve Bank to cut interest rates by 25 basis points today, with some speculating an even larger reduction. Now, these hopes follow new data showing the inflation rate at its lowest in 3 years. Statistics South Africa announced yesterday morning that inflation, which had dropped to 4.6% in July, decreased further in August to 4.4%. Now, key factors contributing to this decline include reduced costs in transport, housing, and non-alcoholic beverages, easing inflationary pressures on the economy. Sticking to national news, Hawks head Godfrey Lebeya defended the appointment of Patrick Mboto as a divisional commissioner after concerns were raised in Parliament. Now, the Police Portfolio Committee expressed unease over explicit content found on Mboto's work phone and alleged ties to a gang leader, calling for a review of his appointment. Lebeya assured the committee that all procedures were followed and Mboto met disciplinary standards. He highlighted Mboto's exceptional service record, including his success in eradicating corruption in a Gauteng police department. Moving on to your international news, Zimbabwe's Wildlife Authority defended its plan to cull 200 elephants to ease pressure on drought-strained resources following criticism. This is Zimbabwe's first cull in 35 years, driven by overpopulation and severe drought causing food shortages. Now, neighboring Namibia also plans to cull over 700 wild animals, including 83 elephants, to alleviate strain on grazing and water, while supplying meat for food aid. Despite criticism from conservationists, Zimpark spokesperson Tinashe Farao called the cull a drop in the ocean, with Zimbabwe's elephant population estimated at 84,000. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Cairo yesterday to discuss efforts for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, as well as to strengthen relations with Egypt. Now, his visit follows concerns about the conflict spreading after explosions in Lebanon killed at least 26 people and injured nearly 3,500. Hezbollah blames Israel and has vowed retaliation, while Israel has not commented. Blinken said it was too early to determine the explosion's impact on ceasefire talks, but the U.S. believes diplomacy is key to easing tensions. And on this Klein Vrydag for your 6 o'clock news, this is where we close off, where over the past week, social media has been abuzz with heartwarming baby animal news from around the world. At Thailand's Khao Kiop Open Zoo, visitors are flocking to see Mudeng, an adorable baby pygmy hippo. With her tiny teeth and playful antics, Mudeng has captured hearts and imaginations alike. And meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, the San Diego Zoo is celebrating the birth of a Sumatran tiger cub. With only 600 of these tigers left in the wild, this tiny cub's arrival is especially significant. First-time mother Jillian is showing impeccable maternal care, adding to the joy of this precious moment. Both these endangered babies are a testament to the beauty of wildlife conservation. And such good news to close off your 6 o'clock bulletin. That's where we leave it now. Let's head into your sports. Here's A.B. DaCosta.
And in your world of sport, we are starting with the rugby. Rassie Erasmus has clarified that Springbok captain Siya Kolisi will serve as part of the coaching staff when the team faces Argentina in their rugby championship decider on Saturday. Now, Kolisi, who travelled to Argentina with the squad, was excluded from the match day 23, but was always intended to have a supporting role. Now, this move mirrors Erasmus's approach with Dwayne Vermeulen during the 2023 World Cup. Now, moving on to the cricket, this might come as a shock to somebody who's watching right now, but unfortunately, Afghanistan secured a dominant 6-wicket victory over the Proteas in the first of 3 one-day internationals at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Off-spinner Ala Gazanfa and left-arm seamer Fazal Haq Faruqi dismantled the Proteas' battling lineup, each taking 3 wickets during the power play as the visitors were bowled out for a meager 106. I know this might sound unbelievable, but it happened. 106. Can you believe it? Afghanistan chased down the target with ease by making sure that they win with 24 overs to spare. Now, the next matches are set for Friday and Sunday at the same venue. And now, sticking with the cricket, former Australian captain Ricky Ponting has been appointed as the head coach of Punjab Kings on a 4-year contract, starting ahead of the 2025 Indian Premier League, that is the IPL season. Now, the 49-year-old will replace Trevor Bayliss, who left the franchise in July after Punjab finished 9th in the last IPL season. Now, Ponting, after spending 7 seasons with Delhi Capitals and leading them to 3 consecutive playoffs from 2019 to 2021, including their first IPL final in 2020, will be Punjab's 3rd coach in 4 seasons. Now, moving on to footy, looking at what's happening in football. Manchester City's Champions League campaign kicked off with a lackluster goalless draw against Inter Milan at the Etihad. This is in a repeat of the 2023 final. Now, despite City's dominant Premier League form, they struggled to break down Inter. But meanwhile, a costly error from Girona's goalkeeper Paulo Gazzanaga handed Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 win, sealing victory with a late Nuno Mendes cross. Now we are going to move on to the weather. Zanele, over to you.
My friend, there's a whole lot here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. However, we need to first make sure that you are indeed dressed the right way to go out into the world. So let's take a look at the weather. The South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 6 warning for disruptive snow across the northeastern high ground of the Eastern Cape and northern central regions. Road users are advised to drive with caution, please. Snow is also expected in the highlands of Free State, KZN and Mpumalanga over the weekend. Coastal areas from Alexandra Bay to Maputo will experience heavy wind and waves. Disruptive rain is forecasted, though, for the Garden Route in the Western Cape, while extremely high fire danger is anticipated in northern west, or rather northern northwest. Extremely cold conditions are expected where snow falls, while very hot conditions will persist in northeastern Limpopo, leading to a diverse range of weather across the country this weekend. So you just got to be in the know of what's happening on your side of life, right? Speaking of your side of life, we want to know, what does it look like? This is where your sunrise view comes in. We want you to look outside the window, capture a nice snippet, and then send it through to us on 063-408-8863 and share your sunrise view, because we want to share it with the rest of the nation. Let us in on it on the WhatsApp line, 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's go check exactly what's going down in terms of your temperatures. It is coffee time, and since we have a guest here, this is how we welcome in people, especially when it's cold outside. You want something warm. But I'm going to put you to work, AB.
Okay.
Go get me some milk, please.
No problem. And I like this idea because it's so cold outside. Unbelievable. I'm not used to this in Joburg. All right?
Yeah, in fact, the rest of South Africa, as you saw, is experiencing some really warm weather. It's just us that needs to catch on. About Cape Town, we like the scenic route. I mean, if you eventually find your way around the mother city, you'll see that it's absolutely breathtaking. And that's exactly why. So we'll catch up eventually. Don't worry.
Milk?
Yeah. I would love some milk, AB. As you tell me more about this thing we're going to make together, a kota.
Yes. So most people, they call it a kota, but where I come from, we call it spatlo. Some people call it as bengu. And this was unbelievable to me. So I once went into a supermarket and I saw a kota being advertised as a township burger. So maybe you call it a township burger as
Love
well.
that.
That's what we're going to make. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. A township burger, whatever name you call it by. Some Cape Townians might say, that's a Gatsby. It's not a Gatsby. We're going to show you the difference in just a little bit. Shall we cheers to this?
Definitely. Wait, I need to stir
I think you need to stir a bit. AB DaCosta in the house, baby.
It's good to be
Cheers
here.
to you. Good morning.
For whatever reason, it doesn't feel as cold anymore.
We'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And just like that, you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Klein Vrydag is what we are celebrating today. And it's so good to be able to spend some time with you as we kind of welcome the weekend in a little bit, especially when considering the guests we have in studio. And we're thrilled to catch up with one of South Africa's most dynamic radio personalities, MC, speaker. It doesn't stop there. He is a global virtual host. I'm talking about AB DaCosta, of course, known for his electrifying energy, captivating voice, and deep connection with his listeners. AB has been a driving force in the local radio scene for a while now, consistently bringing fresh perspectives and also chart-topping hits to the airwaves. And he's got a wealth of experience to share, and I can't wait to delve into it. He joins us on the couch to share a bit about his journey. Now you're on the other side, sir.
Yeah.
You feeling okay?
This is what makes me feel nervous, by the way.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
that. Zanele is also going to join us, and she's going to throw in a question here or there, maybe
Sure.
just catch you off guard a little bit.
Okay.
But AB, let's get straight into your journey right now. You're back again on Expresso. You
Yeah.
joined Zanele out in Joburg. How was that
Sure.
experience for you?
I think the best way to explain it, imagine you are on a dating site,
Oh.
okay? And you finally make a match with somebody,
Uh-huh.
all right? And, after a while, you've been chatting, and then you decide that, hey, we are going to go out on a date. So you go out on this date. But when you leave this date, you are just not sure. Like,
Okay.
you're a bit unsure, but you can feel that there's a connection there. So you continue chatting. And then, after a while,
Yeah.
after a couple of months, you decide that, you know what, I want to explore this connection a bit more. So you decide that, hey, I'm going to go on another date. But now, on this second date, all the combos are communicating, the energy is fantastic. And you decide that, you know what, I need to do this for the third time. So that's what it feels like for me and Expresso. This feels like a third date, and I'm very excited to be here.
Well, listen, it's not a one-sided thing. We got to bring in Zanele. Do you feel the connection on your side, girl?
Darling, I thought I was the only one feeling it, that I could feel the connection. I still feel it now. AV, literally exactly what you're saying. I mean, I feel like you're such an easy person to connect with, and this is why South Africa loves you so much. But the great thing about you is that you're not just national, you're international. You're a global speaker, somebody who hosts all of these different kinds of people. And this is why I have to ask you, why and how is it that you're able to relate to all of these different people from different countries? How do you do that, you beautiful human?
Thank you. Another fellow beautiful human. Carissa, don't be jealous.
No. This connection is beautiful. I'm loving it.
So for me, I think, authenticity is very important. I mean, I don't think that anybody can do me better than I can do me. So regardless of the platform, I always present myself. The weird, the loud, the sensitive. I feel that by being true to myself, it's very easy for me to connect to the person, whether, they be listening on radio or watching on TV right now. By the way, to the person who's watching on TV right now, I hope you'll allow me to call you Mechomi. Mechomi meets my friend. It's very connected.
Come on now. He can stay. He can stay.
Everybody said
He can definitely stay. He can definitely stay. Can I ask, Carissa and AB, who's going to pay for this date, though? Quickly, just, I just want to know.
You know what? No, don't point at me. The man in this room is going to pay for the date. That's all I'm saying, okay? Stop the bill.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. And also because, like I said, the combos have been communicating.
Come on now.
The Joburg studio is amazing. The energy at our Cape Town studios is amazing. I just had a chat with Lena and I had a chat with Lucian as well.
Come on now.
And they said to me, Avi, we love you. And I love that too.
Well, the love is definitely felt not only here on the airwaves as well, nationally speaking, Radio 2000, Expresso Show 2. And I love that you said you've got this connection. And radio is so different, right? Because it's immediate and also you get to build that without a face throughout the years. So what do you owe to your longevity in the radio space? And also just that deep connection, like you said, with your listeners?
Yeah. I think for me, caring about what you do is very important, right? And also the people who listen to me, I do my best to give them the absolute best. Because those people, especially now because there's so many mediums, they could be listening to something else, they could be watching something else, but they choose to listen to me. So I think for me, what is important is to keep true to those people and, just to make sure that I provide them with the best possible product, whether it be on radio, or on TV.
Come on now. And I love that you've called out things about yourself. You said you're weird. Okay, tick. You said you are sensitive. Okay, do you add funny in there?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I am, but Zanella might say otherwise.
Zanella, what you think?
No. Mechomi is very funny. Whether he's in Joburg or in Cape Town, he's funny all across the board. All across the board.
I love it. Well, we're all smiling in studio, so 100% AV. We're loving to have you. We are going to put your kitchen skills to the test, though. Zanele, you didn't get to do this, but maybe he'll actually be able to cook a little something in there and show you a thing or two?
You mean in the kitchen? No one must show me anything in the kitchen, Carissa. I stay out the kitchen, me. I don't know, AB, maybe you saw, maybe you didn't, where I almost burnt things down here at the Joburg studio. There's almost no Joburg studio. So therefore, it's AB. We'll leave it to him. So thank you.
I'm so keen to get involved in the kitchen with you, AB. A quarter, what did you say, a spatula?
So AKA a spatula, Bengu, Township burger,
whatever you call it, but it tastes just as a really great way to get into your klein vrydag. It's the weekend after all, right?
Yes.
We're allowed to loosen the pants a little bit, let the hair down, and of course, maintain that winning spirit. AB, thank you so much for allowing us to get into your heart a little bit there.
I like that.
And let's get into yours too as we gear up and play Sports Stake 8. Fixture list 780 for an estimated jackpot of over 1.9 million rand this Thursday. Now, the fixture list does close at 4:30 today, so play now. You could do so in store or even on the nationallottery.co.za website. The mobile app is there for you for your shot at winning big and be inja game. Zanella, you feeling like a winner today, girl?
All right, now, my friend, I'm absolutely loving what's happening here. You know how when you're just like literally having a good time and time's just flying? I can't believe we're already so deep into the show and we've already done so much. But the lovely thing is that there's so much still coming up. And this is why you got to stick around. On the way, we are going to be getting to see that beautiful Kasi Kota from AB Da Costa. Yo, Chomi, you better stick around, okay? Because it's going to be absolutely amazing. And then, speaking of amazing, we got two individuals that just so happen to be my colleagues as well. I am talking about the kings that light up South Africa all across the nation. I'm talking about, of course, Sparks and Sipesihle Vazi. They're in the building representing Seli Matunzi. I'm going to tell you more in a little bit exactly how they're my colleagues in case you don't know. But first, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true indeed. It is the Feel Good Breakfast Show you deserve, and this is why we love getting to hang out with you, Mzansi. But we also love getting to bring you all kinds of entertainment. And this is why this morning we're celebrating the fact that Seli Matunzi is back, baby. We had a little bit of a chat about it last week, and now we have brought you two of the presenters who are actually going to be at the helm of this show that is, in fact, going to be reclaiming its #1 spot as the biggest entertainment show on screen. And, of course, me getting to be the lovely lady that joins these guys, I am so honored, so excited to be chatting to them today. Everybody, from Seli Matunzi, it is Sparks and Sipesihle Vazi. Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Hi, guys. How are you?
All good, all good.
That's good. Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. It's like Seli Matunzi Expresso Inception.
Right.
I like it.
And
I
it's
like
a
it.
reunion, like the three of
Everything.
us all in one space.
All in one space. I love it.
Magical.
And especially with us being back, we are all so excited about it. But I want to start with you, Vazi, because you are the oldest presenter on this show, right?
Yeah.
And I say that in the sense that you are somebody who has built such a loyal audience. And people, they know this face, they love this face. Even over the weekend, I was in Mpumalanga shooting for Seli. And they were like, where's Vazi? Where's Vazi? I was like, yeah. Let's take a video for him. I'm going to send it to you. But how did you do that? How did you build such a loyal audience?
I think it's just being authentic. The show itself is an authentic show, you know.
Yes.
If you grew up watching Seli Matunzi, you know that it's something, it's a show that's very people-orientated, more than it is about the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah.
So the mixture of the two allowed me to also just be okay with who I am and my style of presenting. And yeah, I think just being authentic and staying true to myself helped me get there.
I love that. Being pretty also helps. Another pretty person over here, Sparks Delicious. Talk to us about how you stay informed about, you know, all of the different topics that Seli Matunzi covers. Because for us, it's cars, it's what's trending, it's the music, all these different things. It's the celebrities, the matric dancers. How do you stay on top of it and stay informed?
I think for me, it's more about just being in tune with Genzagalani in the country, just following the people, just understanding what's happening also out there in the world. So for me, it's more about reading more. It's all about following people some more. It's all about just getting to know people. Sometimes right there in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And once you get to know them, next time when you see them, it's like, hey, I remember you. Let's talk about this some more. So for me, it's all about just being in tune. Just remembering that this is the person that I once saw last time. So for me, it's just staying in tune.
Beautiful. And of course, Sparks was going to talk about the streets, always in the streets.
It was that.
You know
I'm for
what
the streets.
Exactly. But it's why you're perfect for Seli Matunzi, okay?
For the streets, I'm for the streets.
Gents, I have to ask you, because when it comes to anything, you know, whether you're putting something out on social media or you're putting it out on television, there's always going to be positive and negative feedback. How do you guys handle that, particularly when it comes to the negative side?
For me, I think at the end of the day, I give a puzzle piece to an entire puzzle. You know what I mean? So as long as my puzzle piece fits, I'm happy with that. And like I said, just being authentic and being real to myself helps me also navigate my way around the show, which makes it a lot easier.
Uvas just said, Kuba was shy, Namang is shy. I'm going to continue being myself. Thank you very much.
It's not like we're competing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True that.
100%.
Uvas the show, no, it's not my show. You know what I mean?
100%.
Just staying informed about everything. Like, in fact, we were talking about that this morning. Reading every day, blogs, following all those things, so you make sure that you know everything about everyone, because tomorrow they can call you and say, yo, we've got an interview with whoever, and then you don't have time to actually read up on that person. So
100%.
yeah, it's a mixture of those things.
Beautiful. And Sparks Delicious with this brand new season. Season 34. Guys, can you imagine? Season 34. I need to ask you, what are you most excited about in terms of coming back with a bang?
Yeah, I think I'm more excited about still being in the streets.
Yes, I love that.
That one.
Yes.
But I'm more excited about just getting to interview people and just finding out more information about them, trying to see what can we find out, what we didn't know before, and see what's actually what they're up to currently right now. It's 2024.
Come on.
It's not the same as season 1.
Yeah.
We're not there season 1. But,
Were we even born, some of us? Yes, yeah.
But it's just keeping up with the trends, just making sure that the audience also understands the transformation, the transition from then to now.
Yes.
Just keeping up with the times.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm excited to see if Seli Matunzi will offer like a bouncing board for careers, because we're bringing back guest presenters. Like I started off as a guest presenter, and now I've got a full-on career.
So did I.
So did you as well, right?
I didn't.
You just got the job.
Yeah, you got it from the streets.
Guys.
So because we're going to be doing a lot of guest presenters, so people are going to get an opportunity to be on the show. We're bringing back the cooking, where we're visiting people in their homes with celebrities. So like I said, like the DNA of the show has always been to get glitz and glam with your ordinary viewer at home. So having to see that mixture happen all over again, I'm quite excited for that.
I love it. And please can I tell you as well, for me, it's genuinely that part about the guest presenting. Because I feel like it opens up so many doors for so many people. I mean, the last time that Seli Matunzi was on SABC1, it was in the spots of the soapies. That never happens with an entertainment show.
Always.
Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing I want to ask you then, Sparks, is why do you think it is that Seli is genuinely one of those shows that breaks through those ceilings and just speaks to people and makes them say, hey, I want to tune in every Thursday, 6 p.m.
I think your question, my answer is in with your question.
Okay.
It's for the people.
Yes.
It's for the people. It's not even about the celebrities, It's not even about the Kliss and the Clam. It's literally about the people what do they want to see? What do they enjoy seeing?
Yeah.
Guest presenting, that's definitely number one.
Yeah.
People love seeing themselves, ordinary people, just getting to do
an
ordinary
experience.
things. It's an experience at the end of the
It
day. Truly.
is.
So that's what they actually enjoy.
Speaking of experience, talk to me. I know that you guys have already been out and about doing the things in the country. You were even in Limpopo. You were somewhere else. What has been your favorite part so far, very quickly as we wrap it up?
Travel. So we're back at traveling,
Same.
meaning that we're gonna cover every single province almost every single week.
Yes.
So that's exciting for me. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Same here. I think for me, it's also just the traveling and touching each and every province, each and every corner, meeting different people,
Yes.
cultures, languages. Because
Sana.
Oh.
It's the full experience. Like you guys
from
said.
Xhosa, Isotho, Zulu, Ndebele.
Zenda, konke, konke.
Sifunde zonke
And our
manje.
pillars, you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
We've got really dope pillars: music, profiling, eventing, and what's the last one?
Cars.
Cars.
Oh,
Right.
Dango.
So
Let's go. Let's say it all together. Where and when can we watch the show? 1, 2, 3.
Thursday,
6
6
p.m. on
That's where it
SABC
is.
1. Thank you very much, Mzansi, for sure. Make sure you do not miss it, my lovely. It is genuinely, like we said, a full experience. Silly Matunzi back with season 34 of the show that continues to push the margin when it comes to being variety, but also all of the entertainment, but more than anything else, for the people. You're still tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast show. And my beautiful Cape Town family, what's going on that side? I feel like you guys you're cooking up something. Carissa and AB, you guys still good?
Yeah, we're so good, Zanele. We're about to get into a quarter. I can't wait. But I got to ask you, AB, are you a fan? Do you know Selma Tunzi? Used to watch it?
Oh, yeah. Grew up on Selima Tunzi. By the way, before we even talk about that, do you know what Selima Tunzi means?
I don't. Tell me. Educate
Yeah,
me.
so it simply means that the day has ended and the sun is setting. So I'm looking forward to it, very excited about this. And of course, our very own Z is going to be a part of
Come
it.
on now.
Yeah.
And I love that she rises with you and she also sits with you.
I see what
Come
you
on
did
now.
there.
Come on now.
Okay.
I like the planning, Zanele. We are
Yeah.
here for it. But right now, we got to get involved in the kitchen. It's
Sure.
smelling too good, man. AB DaCosta is going to join us in the kitchen to whip
Yep.
up Kasi-style kota, this iconic street food. It does combine some crispy chips, some Viennas, some pink worsies, if you will, vibrant toppings, delivering a taste of Kasi culture that you won't want to miss. And you know what? It is September. It is Heritage Month. I think this is a classic. Do we do it right in Cape Town? I don't know. There have been a couple of spots that I've tried, but I feel like bringing a bit of Josie here is really going to
Yeah.
help, okay?
Sure.
So where do we begin?
All right. First of all, we are in Cape Town. I would have loved that we use a Russian.
It would have been nice.
But we have Vienna, so we are going to use Vienna.
Don't fling it around like that.
All right, so very important. You need a loaf of bread.
Okay.
So with your loaf of bread, you're going to cut it in half, and then that half you're going to cut it in quarters. And I guess that's why they call this a quarter.
A quarter,
Because it's
come
a
on.
quarter bread, right?
Shall we toast these or shall we fry the Viennas
I
first?
think firstly, let's do that. So we
Okay.
are going to lightly toast the bread.
I'll do that. You can maybe cut the Viennas
Sure.
or do you prefer them whole? How do you actually
So
like
we
it?
are going to cut the Viennas,
Yeah.
all right? So the reason why we are toast just a little bit, we are going to lightly toast this just to have, that crunch, on the outside of the bread.
That's nice.
And then inside it's going to be fluffy.
Ooh, I like
all right?
that.
So this is going to be a quarter that went to private school because we're in Cape Town, everybody.
Ain't nothing
all right?
wrong with that.
Awesome.
So we're going to cut those down the middle.
Yes.
Those also going to get a bit of a crisp to them, get a bit brown as well.
100%. So we
Okay.
have to fry this as well. Okay. So you don't have to cut this. You can keep it whole as well.
Oh,
I just
nice.
like cutting mine, right? Like I said, this could be a Russian, but it's a Vienna. So this works as well. There are different levels to. I'm going to call it spacho.
Yes,
okay?
I like that.
There's still debate about where this originated from. If you have a chat with a lot of people from Joburg, they will tell you that this originated in Davidson.
Okay.
But I can honestly tell you that Pretoria.
I was going to say the Pretoria boy is going to come through. I was waiting for the moment.
So Pretoria originated the spato. There's bengu. We also call it bengu as well.
Okay.
And now acha is also very important. All
Acha
right?
is so important. Also,
Yeah.
can I just say that
This
right
works.
now? We love AB over here, but don't come for our acha. Now
What I-
he's saying also we don't have the right acha.
But I don't know if you can see this. All right. So clearly everything here went to private school. So I've never seen an acha like this, right? So acha is supposed to be oily, and that oil also needs to look a bit red.
Okay,
So this
I
one
get
looks
you.
brown
Yes.
for whatever reason, but we're
Okay.
still going to use this.
I'm going to throw these in for you.
Yeah. So I need my
You
spoon.
got to cut those up for me too.
So once you do that, okay. So I'm
I
going
not get
to.
Viennas. Don't I deserve Viennas?
You definitely deserve
Thank you,
Viennas. All right. because these are Cape Town Viennas.
For a Cape Town girlie.
For a Cape Town girl. All
Thank you
right.
very much.
So now we're also going to put the acha on the bread. Very important. I know nowadays a lot of people don't use acha because they are watching their figure. All
Just a
right.
little bit, you know. Treat yourself. You're allowed.
So you need to grab the acha. All right. But I mean, you don't have to. I mean, if you don't
So this
like
is the first
acha.
layer.
So that's the first layer. So if you don't like acha, that's okay. You know, you can skip this part.
No, I feel like it's a fundamental. Don't skip this part because then it's not a quarter anymore.
True.
Now you're just eating bread and chips.
I get you. I get
Yeah.
you. All right. So there we go. That's our first layer. Okay. So after the acha, now it's totally up to you how you're going to apply, you know, the fillings. You know.
Okay.
But for now, I want to ask my girl Zanele.
Yeah.
If she first and foremost, Zanele, do you eat a quarter? Or spatula, as I call it. And if you do, what do you like in your spatula, in your quarter?
Ooh, who doesn't eat espatula? You have to. It's the most South African thing you can do. Come on. But for me, I always have to have fries. If there's no fries in espatula, I can't eat it and it's not espatula to me anymore.
Yeah.
However, I'm disappointing a few people. I'm not an acha girl, man. So you have to replace my acha with some chakalaka. So that's me.
okay.
That's my spatula. Yeah, you got disappointed.
And no. You know, I'm disappointed in that you called slab chips fries. Already, that tells me something about you. All right, so these are chips. I don't know about fries. This is what we call chips. All right.
In case I said toasty. That's what a T
I was
is.
not expecting an expose this morning. I was not expecting to be wait for
Carissa.
food.
She's doing this to me.
Oh,
It's
I am
Carissa.
disappointed, I will say that, because how can you have one without... But chakalaka is a really good alternative. I'll give you that, Sanele.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, my love.
What
Thank you.
comes
Thank you for
next?
loving me.
Oh, we love you, Zanele. We love you.
Okay, what else?
So now
Chips
we're going to
first?
go to the chips.
Okay.
All right. So you can grab it with your hands. No
Why
need to
not?
act bougie. It's okay. I'm here.
Thank you for the
right.
permission, Avi.
So we're going to apply the chips.
Yes.
But it's totally up to you how you put in the fillings. Okay.
I'm going to put the Viennas on a plate. so
And
can
you
have
know,
that.
some people would prefer to put polony before the chips. If you know
you
didn't
can
have
use polony too.
you can use polony as well.
Okay.
So after the chips,
Yeah.
then we can apply
Some sauce.
some sauce.
I'm
yeah.
going hot sauce.
There we go.
And I'm just going to do it like that. Not too much, because we've got a lot going on.
Okay.
We also forgot the lettuce, but I feel like, do we need it? No, probably not.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
You don't. You know, but it always adds an
Maybe-
extra touch
Then I'm
to
going
it.
to go Viennas, all right?
You can go to egg
Okay.
and then Viennas.
Okay.
And then almost there, and then you have cheese as
Yes.
well. All right. This cheese also went to private school. We put it there. I've never used such thick cheese before.
Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to add an extra little bit. It's the chutney,
She
it's the
applied
relish.
chutney.
Why
Okay.
not? If Zanele can add chakalaka, I'm going to add some chutney, all right? Well, that is our version, and AB DaCosta's version in particular, of a kota, a spatula, whatever you want to call it. You gave another one,
Zbangu.
Zbangu, whatever it is. It's going to taste delicious. Cheers, sir.
Oh, yeah.
We hope that
Yeah.
you will have a breakfast just as indulgent on this Klein Vrydag, and we'll see you after this. Have a bite.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning to you if you've just joined us. It is, of course, Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show on S3. And right now, we're going to get into a really interesting retelling of a story. Now, Afrikaans radio station artists here are hosting an audio documentary series of 13 episodes each that you've heard of up to this point. The aim of these documentaries is to create social awareness regarding current topics and also milestones, forgotten communities and people, as well as important literary figures. Now, these documentaries do air on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock on Artists Here. And today we're going to delve into one in particular, documentary maker Hein Weingart, who really does revisit the story of Zephanie Nurse, a 3-day-old baby who was abducted from Groote Schuur's maternity ward way back in 1997 from her 18-year-old mom, Celeste Nurse, who was asleep at the time. And it is a story that if you're from the Mother City or even beyond, you definitely have been wondering a little bit more about it. Hein, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Carissa, and
Good morning.
congratulations on your
Thank
3
you
months.
so much. 3
on the
months.
show.
Next week is going to be 4 months, and I'm so excited that within this period I get to talk to you. I think this is the year, or maybe it was last year, that the retelling of the story kind of reached the surface once again in many South Africans' minds. But I wonder what really drew you to the story to retell it.
So the current landmark is the fact that the kidnapper mom of Zephanie, Lavona Solomon, she's been released on parole a year ago.
Okay, there we
So
go.
that gave us reason to revisit the story. And in the documentary, I'm really going back to 1997.
Sure.
I was only 23 years old, yes,
Sure.
once upon a time.
A young boy.
And I must admit that I couldn't remember the story until 2015, when the whole world obviously got to know about Zephanie Nurse. In 1997, I was, in April 1997, when she was stolen, I was a new member of the Media 24 parliamentary team. So it was all politics. I can tell you what happened in politics during that year,
Right.
but I couldn't remember the Zephanie Nurse story until 2015, when we were told the younger sister reconnected with her at the same school
Sure.
that they attended. And now, well, what happened then subsequently is that the so-called kidnapper mom was found guilty of kidnapping and contravening the Child Protection Act,
Yeah.
and went to prison for 7 out of the 10 years that she was that she was convicted. Well, she was convicted and then sentenced. And it remains a sad story, and it also seems that the bond has not completely been restored between the biological parents and Mishay, which is the name that she's using. In fact, she's combining the two now. She's calling herself Mishay Zephanie.
Zephanie.
And Sheldon is her new surname, which is a married surname.
Wow, what a story. Because, you know, names carry identity, they carry history. And so I get it, to rename yourself, to step into, but also not forget the old. It is incredible. And, you know, some empathy needs to be extended, I think, across all parties, perhaps. But were you able to actually sit down and talk to Zephanie and the parties involved?
So I also wrote a book about 6 months after, or it was published 6 months after the story broke.
Wow.
But that really just captured the background, like going back to 1997, and also the start of the court proceedings. I've not been able to speak to the biological parents for the book, and also, unfortunately, not for the radio documentary. There are different reasons where I don't think we should discuss here.
Yeah.
But I was able to, for the radio documentary, speak to Mishay. And I focused mainly on what her current relationship is with her biological parents and also with her kidnapper mom. So yeah.
Incredible. And audio documentary is something different. I mean, you're completely immersed in your mind's imagination when it comes to it. I wonder how you put this all together with the interviews and the research that you did.
Yeah, so I don't have to tell you this, but radio, other than television, relies almost fully on sound.
Yeah.
So I went back to the news reports of 1997.
Yes.
In fact, I'm telling the story by using news clips from 1997, a girl stolen, and then 2015, reunited with her biological parents. 2016, the court case starts, and then I also mentioned the Showmax documentary that was, I think it was done in 2023 2022.
quite recently,
Yeah,
yes.
and then there was also the book Zephany, Two Mothers, One Daughter, written by Joanne Jowell. So that was in 2019.
Yeah.
So I'm basically telling the story through those those markers.
Yes.
And then I get to be going to Lavender Hill
Sure.
a few Mondays ago to try and at least speak to Lavona Solomon.
Yeah.
Her parole conditions does not allow her to do media
Okay.
interviews, but I was able to speak to a neighbor who's known her for many, many years.
Right.
So I'm speaking to the neighbor, I'm speaking to Misha Zephany,
Zephany, yeah.
also to a news reporter who covered the story
Right.
from the beginning, and someone from the parole board. So I think people are going to like it. Those who understand Afrikaans.
Yes. Even if you don't, I would recommend that you find someone.
Because it's beautifully put together.
Yeah.
I have to say it myself, and I have to acknowledge the assistance that I got from the technical producer, Tytrand Godfrey, one of the best. I worked with him at SABC Radio when I was presenting on RSG. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for being here, Hein. This is such an incredibly important story to tell. And yes, it is in Afrikaans, but I think it will reach so many audiences beyond that. RSG, 8 o'clock. It is a date for you to, of course, learn more about this documentary, audio documentary at that, put together by the hands of Hein. Really important and interesting story in the South African field and beyond.
All right, from a docu-series to movies, this is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. And now I'm wondering about the movies that are going to be released tomorrow. Can we feel good about the movies that are going to be released tomorrow? JP?
I'm so glad you asked that question because JP is... JP and AB, by the way, who...
It rhymes, yeah?
And I did not plan this either. Like, honestly, did not plan this shirt. So
Yeah.
I think it's like, in Star Trek when you get like the negative version of Spock and he's got the creepy beard. And that's not you.
That's all okay.
You're the good guy, I'm the bad guy in this situation. You hear this about me when you talk about movies.
Yeah.
But interesting stuff that we got coming out. And the first one is called Bad Genius.
Bad Genius.
And it was based on, there was a Thai movie originally in 2017 that like did the rounds. And I think some people, the way they watch sometimes these deep Korean movies and they go look for specific China. I think it might have even been popular here with some people. But anyway, so there's an American remake because they've always got to do that, man. They got to like, if they didn't have their own thing, they got to adapt it. But it doesn't look too bad. And leading lady there is Kalina Liang. Leading lady, she's a kidlet still. But one of the other big names that people might recognize is Benedict Wong, who you're into superhero movies?
I am. And the last movie I watched, Deadpool and Wolverine.
I mean, to ask you, sorry, we're still in the getting to know you. JP just like steamrolled rather than breaking the ice.
Sure.
So Deadpool and Wolverine, and you recommend that?
Yeah, 100%.
We are.
No two ways about it.
We're going to fight. I'm just kidding. But Benedict Wong, you'll remember him from Doctor Strange. You'll see his face now.
Oh, yeah.
And so Bad Genius, she is this prodigy of a kid. And her family doesn't have a lot of money. It's a single dad situation. He just runs a laundromat. And he wants to get her into MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That's big money. And she decides that while she's helping this other girl in this new high school that she goes to while she's preparing for that, that she's going to start a business of... Is it cheating, really, what she's doing? Is it tutoring? So there are all these sort of blurred lines and ethical decisions where she's like giving code there to people about using hand signals. She teaches them this language. So I think like if you're into stuff like that's a heist movie, if you're into like, if you remember Hustlers with J-Lo, if you remember Logan Lucky, this is actually such an interesting observation in Hollywood is that I think as the economy gets worse and worse in the world, you're going to see more of these heist movies come out of just average people going, how can I buckle the system? Basically.
Sure. But what do you think makes them popular, though?
Well, I think that's the thing, is like people going, I'm going to get my own. I feel screwed over. And so these are becoming more and more popular. Like I said, from whether it's Hustlers, there was also Hull or High Water, which is just a bunch of like hillbilly cowboy types knocking over a bank type situation. But here she's knocking over the education system too. And then also, by the way, Jabari Banks, I don't know if you remember that they did a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air remake.
Oh, yeah.
He was Will Smith's character. But anyway, let's move on to the
second movie.
Again, heist movies. The next one's called Greedy People and stars other familiar names that people might recognize, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And so from Inception, probably most recently for people and most popular.
One of the best films of all time, one of my favorites. Love it to bits.
decent, man. And then Uzo Aduba is also great as well. And Himesh Patel, who was in a Beatles movie called Yesterday. But anyway, he was in it with Lily James, who is also in this movie. That's the long story. And I'll get into the short story. I saw this one, actually, and I was a bit bummed because I do like this director from what he previously done. Potsy Poncaroli previously did a movie called Old Henry, going back to like this old Western cowboy stuff very well. And in this one, what he's doing here is very much like a Coen Brothers situation. Coen Brothers being Fargo, being No Country for Old Men, and where these two cops, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Himesh Patel, they come across a murder situation and there's money on the scene. They decide they're the first ones there. Maybe they're going to make an opportunity of this for themselves. So a small town starts going sideways. It used to be like breezy, leafy, and peaceful, and obviously murders start to happen as more people get enticed by this situation. But for me, the problem is it felt like a bit of a tonal, all over the place kind of thing. I didn't know if it wanted to be funny like Snatch, or it didn't want to know if it wanted to be like more of a dead serious Scorsese type thing. It looked like something got mixed up in the washer, but it's not terrible. It has good laughs here and there, but man, there are better options for it. I'm going to go watch like, No Country for Old Men again after this. It actually put me in the mood. But if that's your kind of thing. It's a movie like this, by the way, that makes me think, man, if movies were just a bit more affordable, maybe people would give a chance to like, I know it's not going to change my life.
But what are you saying about this movie? Are you saying it's overkill?
It doesn't know what it wants to be, so in a way it's overkill, It maybe just didn't have the backbone to be like, we're definitely going to be a Coen Brothers style movie. We're definitely going to be, a Soderbergh type movie and whatever. Not the worst thing in the world, but man, in fact, speaking of overkill, while I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the dude from Inception, the dude from Third Rock from the Sun going way back, it's like the character is just over-constructed. It tries too hard. It doesn't feel natural is the main issue for me. But if you're into a crime thriller type thing, maybe it's, worth your time, worth a look. I didn't think it was too bad necessarily.
All right. Fantastic. Now, final movie.
Yudra is the Bollywood offering, but actually,
I love Bollywood.
I hate sometimes when you put in something aside, like, it's Bollywood, by the way. No, it's also cinema, It's like when we talk about South African jazz, which obviously it's its own style, but it's on the world stage as well. And Yudra looks like it's really going for something that we know from the world stage, that John Wick type feeling of things. That gritty thriller stuff. But dude,
so a lot of action here.
I cut out a heck of a lot of violence from this. There's a lot of blood.
Okay.
So don't worry, I've made it all family friendly, and obviously people have to run on the beach in slow motion as well as Bollywood movies go. Why? That I don't understand, because women like a bit of action too, man. It's not like, we need the romance to bring in the girls. No, they like to...
Carissa, maybe just give me an indication. Do you love action?
Does she love violence?
Oh, okay.
She's been violence somewhere, I'm sure. But so for me, like I said, whether John Wick you want to compare to that, or whether you want to compare to, I don't know if you remember Drive with Ryan Gosling, that sort of...
Oh, classic.
Dude, simmering under the surface. There's just something brewing, something bubbling, and something's going to make him pop just one of these days. He's got anger management problems, this Yuria character. He has a difficult past that he doesn't want to go back to. But you're bringing out the man that I didn't want to be. And so he's gone to take revenge on these drug dealers in his local area. And obviously it's a one man against an army type situation. It looks like decent production, and if recently it looks like people obviously have a taste for this, whether in India, whether in Bollywood, however you want to word it, because we had Monkey Man recently as well with Dev Patel, which was good action if you're into that kind of thing.
Of course.
Do go check it out. But maybe Yudra's for you. That dude took a knee to the chin. There's no coming back from that.
All right.
That dude took a knee to the chest.
But it seems like from all these three movies that you've shared, this might be your favorite.
Maybe I want to let my hair down, apparently, as we can clearly see. And just sometimes you want to switch off your brain and watch a good action. But I tell you what, I had to put on my brain, turn on. Clearly I don't have any IQ left, because I also had the great opportunity to do an interview recently. And I just want to, give everyone a reminder that we'll be showing that tomorrow for The Wild Robot, which is a new animation from DreamWorks. You know, the people who made Shrek, the people who made Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. What's so weird about the studio is they have no business making movies as beautiful as they do, because no one expects it. Like, what is The Wild Robot? Have you heard of this? Apparently it's a New York Times bestseller. I know nothing about it. Having seen it now, it's similar to The Little Prince in a way. But the idea is that this consumer robot gets washed up on a beach, and as you can see, I had the great pleasure, the great honor of interviewing Lupita Nyong'o for a second time, and we'll show that tomorrow on Expresso.
Man, I'm so jealous.
You can see me losing my mind, try to keep it together like there's a dude shaking like a leaf under the surface.
You seem very excited there.
Yes, let's keep that family friendly. I'm just being silly.
All right, thank you, JP. Definitely got me excited about the movies that are coming out tomorrow. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Wherever you are, it's so good being in your company. We continue with some more Feel Good message after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And just like that, we're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The first hour is wrapped. It's the top of the hour now. Let's get into your 7 o'clock news. And we start up with national news, where President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday announced the formation of the South African National Petroleum Company, following a merger of Central Energy Fund subsidiaries, EGAS, Petrol SA, and the Strategic Fuel Fund. Now, the new state-owned company aims to strengthen the country's energy sector by ensuring energy security, driving new technologies, and developing essential infrastructure. It will also foster strategic partnerships and promote social and economic development. Additionally, the company is expected to oversee strategic planning and governance of South Africa's petroleum resources, contributing to the nation's overall development and growth. Sticking with your national news, economists and analysts widely expect the South African Reserve Bank to cut interest rates by 25 base points today, with some speculating an even larger reduction. These hopes follow new data showing the inflation rate at its lowest in 3 years. Statistics South Africa announced yesterday morning that inflation, which had dropped to 4.6% in July, decreased further in August to 4.4%. Now, key factors contributing to this decline include reduced costs in transport, housing, and non-alcoholic beverages, easing inflationary pressures on the economy. Looking further afield at your international news, exploding walkie-talkies have killed 14 and injured over 450 people across Lebanon, the health ministry reported yesterday. Now, this follows a previous day's blast of exploding pages, which killed 12, including 2 children, and left nearly 3,000 hospitalized. Sources claim Mossad targeted Hezbollah fighters in Tuesday's explosions, though Israel has not commented. Israel's defense minister stated they are, and I quote, opening a new phase in the war with the center of gravity shifting to the north, end quote. Hezbollah switched to pages after banning mobile phones due to tracking concerns. Zimbabwe's Wildlife Authority defended its plan to cull 200 elephants to ease pressure on drought-strained resources following criticism. This is Zimbabwe's first cull in 35 years, driven by overpopulation and severe drought causing food shortages. Neighbouring Namibia also plans to cull over 700 wild animals, including 83 elephants, to alleviate strain on grazing and water, while supplying meat for food aid. Despite criticism from conservationists, Zimpark spokesperson Tinashe Farao called the cull a drop in the ocean, with Zimbabwe's elephant population estimated at 84,000. Now for your 7 o'clock news, we close off with this very proud moment for South African conservation, where 33 newly graduated field rangers are set to join the front line in safeguarding Kruger National Park's precious wildlife, with a special focus on protecting rhinos. Dr. Dion George, Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, celebrated their dedication, noting these brave individuals completed 6 weeks of intense training. Now, their efforts will be vital in combating poaching and preserving biodiversity for future generations. The minister commended their resilience, emphasizing that they will play a critical role in conservation efforts. This new generation of rangers strengthens South Africa's commitment to protecting its natural heritage, ensuring its treasured species, such as the iconic rhino, remain symbols of hope. I love ending off with a little bit of hope for your Thursday morning. That's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Here's your latest in sports with AB.
Thank you, Carissa. Moving on to your sports news. Rassie Erasmus has clarified that Springbok captain Siya Kolisi will serve as part of the coaching staff when the team faces Argentina in their Rugby Championship decider on Saturday. Kolisi, who travelled to Argentina with the squad, was excluded from the matchday 23, but was always intended to have a supporting role. Now, this move mirrors Erasmus's approach with Dwayne Vermeulen during the 2023 World Cup. We are now going to move on to the cricket. This might come as a shocker to you if you've just tuned in. Well, Afghanistan secured a dominant 6-wicket victory over the Proteas in the first of 3 one-day internationals at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Off-spinner Allah Ganzanfa and left-arm seamer Fazal Haq Faruqi dismantled the Proteas' battling lineup, each taking 3 wickets during the power play as the visitors were bowled out for a meager 106. And yes, you heard that right, 106. Afghanistan chased down the target with ease to win with 24 overs to spare. Now, the next matches are set for Friday and Sunday at the same venue. Now, staying with the cricket, former Australian captain Ricky Ponting has been appointed as the head coach of Punjab Kings on a 4-year contract, starting ahead of the 2025 Indian Premier League, that is the IPL season. Now, the 49-year-old will replace Trevor Bayliss, who left the franchise in July after Punjab finished 9th in the last IPL season. Now, Ponting, after spending 7 seasons with Delhi Capitals and leading them to 3 consecutive playoffs from 2019 to 2021, including their first IPL, this is the final in 2020, will be Punjab's 3rd coach in 4 seasons. Now, moving on to footy, that is football. Manchester City's Champions League campaign kicked off with a lackluster goalless draw against Inter Milan at the Etihad. This is a repeat of the 2023 final. Now, despite City's dominant Premier League form, they struggled to break down Inter. But meanwhile, a costly error from Girona's goalkeeper, that is Paulo Gazzanaga, handed Paris Saint-Germain a 1-0 victory, sealing this victory with a late Nuno Mendes cross. So we are now going to move on to the traffic and weather with you, Zanele. Over to you.
Let's have a look at our traffic because, of course, we want you to get to where you're going on time. In Gauteng Centurion, there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 southbound at Brakfontein interchange. The right lane is closed and major delays are expected, unfortunately. So please approach the affected area with caution. Taking a look in Cape Town, Athlone, back-to-back traffic is being experienced on the N2 inbound at Jakes Gerwel. Minor delays are expected, so allow for some added travel time, won't you? Wherever you're headed, make sure you're driving safely, please. With that being said, let's get into your weather. Snow is expected, and that is because, my friend, the South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 6 warning for disruptive snow across the northeastern high ground of the Eastern Cape and northern central regions, rather. Road users are advised to drive with caution because snow is also expected in the highlands of Free State, KZN and Mpumalanga over the weekend. Coastal areas from Alexandra Bay to Maputo will experience heavy wind and waves, and disruptive rain is forecasted for the Garden Route in the Western Cape, while extremely high fire danger is anticipated in northern northwest. Extremely cold conditions are expected where snow falls, while very hot conditions will persist in northeastern Limpopo, leading to a diverse range of weather across the country this weekend. So, my friend, please make sure that you do keep up with what's happening on your side so that you can take caution where need be. However, we always ask you to come through with your sunrise view, and today it is courtesy of Verna from Stickland. And friend, you have done the things that need to be done, because absolutely beautiful, that sun peeking over and just, you know, saying hi, saying good morning. Absolutely beautiful sunrise view, and thank you so much for it, my sweetheart. Please make sure that you send us yours on 063-408-8863. What does your side of life look like this morning? Let's get into your temperatures for now, though, so you dress appropriately.
-1 in Sutherland, 7 in Uppington. What is this? You know what? I don't know if you know this, but we've kind of half named Graham the mayor of Uppington.
Okay.
And seeing as he's not here, I feel like, yes, they're suffering without him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
actually
going to
going
say
down.
now you're going to call me the mayor.
No. You got to earn that right.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding, Amy. We love you here, okay? We still have so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We want to talk wills and estate planning and make sure you are sorted, especially if you pass away. Your family, of course, wants to remain secured in what you've left behind. So we've got all the details on that coming up very soon.
And if you have any pets, you're going to love our next segments, because we are going to be having a chat about managing pet allergies. You don't want to miss it. Yeah.
You do have pets?
Yeah, I have 5 dogs and 3 cats.
Oh my, it's a farm. Old MacDonald right here. We'll see you after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
There are stories stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It is, in fact, a beautiful Thursday because, my lovely, we are getting to have important conversations. If you did not know, it is National Wills Week, and this is where we get into having the real conversation of, do you have a will? Who is in it? Who isn't? And do you actually have the right kind of will? And this is why today we are joined by Delon Subramanian, who is in fact the head of advisory, or forgive me, fiduciary advisory and fulfillment at ABSA Trust. And this is what we're going to be chatting about, our wills and what we need to know about them, all in the name of making sure that our family is indeed taken care of. Delon, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Zanele.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you're here with us because we need someone with a bright mind like yours who's going to let us in on what exactly is a will and what is it not. So can we jump into that exactly? Because I feel like some people have misconceptions about it. What do we need to know in terms of that?
Well, Zanele, your will is most probably the one of the most important documents you'll draw up during your lifetime.
True.
And by nature, it's a very highly technical and very specific area of law, which then involves a lot of decision making that needs to take place.
Yeah.
And having a professional qualified person to assist you with drafting that will is very relevant.
Yes.
It's that particular person that will help you achieve your estate planning objectives by using the estate planning instruments available to yourself as a person. And then obviously you can also ensure that he will also ensure that your will is being signed correctly and has been stored in a safe place.
Amazing. And Delon, I have to ask you, because I have seen some nasty things happen around wills, bad things. Why is it so important for us to get a professional, like you were just speaking about, to actually come and draft this will for us and us not just writing our own will hoping it stands?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
So like I alluded to just now, I mean, when you speak to a qualified professional, he will help you mitigate certain tax implications in your state and help you navigate how you can get around certain issues like, for example, appointing a guardian. How do you protect the interest of your guardian or the inheritance of your guardian going forward?
Yes. And also, actually, now that you talk about it, in terms of you mentioning about the tax implications, I never thought of that. I never even thought that that was a thing that you have to think about when it comes to your will.
Yes.
But I feel like there's a lot of different things you actually have to think about that we don't know of. And this is why I want to ask you then, can you elaborate on how lack of planning can negatively affect not just you, but the family, the people who are left behind when it comes to your will?
100%. So let's take a step back. So if you look at the definition for will, so will is a legal document that basically outlines or states your wishes regarding how your personal property should be distributed at the time of your death. Now, not having or non-existent, incorrectly signed or unsigned will does cause practical issues for your family members and dependents.
Yeah.
And often puts them under immense stress when it comes to making financial decisions when you're not around.
Yeah.
So ultimately, some of the misconceptions out there, Zanele, is, for example, people feel that a drafted will is a valid will, which is not correct. People also consider that once they sign the instructions for the drafting of their will, that is also a valid will, which is also incorrect.
Sure.
And ultimately, it's your family that will suffer the consequences of you not having a valid will in place or having proper estate planning before you pass away.
Yeah.
So always encourage people to go out there, ensure that your will is valid. And if there's any doubt, reach out to an expert to assist you in getting that estate planning done as well as drafting your will.
Amazing. And of course, earlier on, you did touch on the whole tax implications part of it. And this is why I want to get into that, because I feel like, sometimes we don't know about the risks when it comes to tax. Please talk to us about that.
No, 100%. So proper planning will help any person mitigate the tax implications in the estate. And not just the tax implications, but also help you grow and protect the assets after you have passed away. Two notable taxes in one's estate is estate duty, which is a levy against your deceased person's estate.
Yeah.
And that levy is generally 20%, and where the estate value is between 3.5 million and 30 million. And there's a 25% levy against your estate if it's over the 30 million rand mark.
Sure.
A very commonly known tax as well that's applicable in deceased people's estates is something called capital gains tax.
Yeah.
And it's generally on the growth the taxes on the growth of the properties in your estate, and generally including primary residents as well.
Yes.
So it's these complications is why I'll always insist that you speak to a qualified professional to help you navigate these difficult conversations and help you make those decisions for proper estate planning.
Well, I feel like APSA is helping us do exactly that. So please talk to us about the tools that you guys are giving to the public to be able to be in the right position when we talk about this.
100%. So, Zanele, as part of the tools that we have at APSA Trust, there's quite a number of them, but our financial advisors and legal specialists have quite a few tools that we use. One notable tool is something we call the liquidity calculator.
Yeah.
Now, what that does is that it gives our customers a high-level overview of what they could expect as cost during the administration of the estate when they do pass away. And what it allows the client to do is ultimately prepare for those costs through some of the financial products available at APSA.
Yeah.
So we do have something called the Estate Preserver Plan that can be offered to mitigate those costs in your estate.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's other financial products which is commonly known as life cover and those sort of things.
Beautiful. I mean, Delon, I said you are here to help us. Thank you very much. And just a yes or no question. Can I put my heels in my will for my niece?
Of course you can.
Amazing. You see, we're learning things together here, Expresso family. Thank you, Delon. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Listen, I hope that you have learned something indeed today. And if you don't have a will just yet, remember that it is one of the ways in which you can show your loved ones that you do really love them by having a will in place should anything unfortunately happen. And this is why APSA is here to help you. And you can get all of the details you need and all of the help in terms of that on absa.co.za. And always remember, your story matters.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. APSA.
Thank you so much, Zanele, for gearing us up for all things to do with our wills and estate. Now, speaking about gearing up, I got to get into something good because Gear Up and Play Sports Stake 8 fixtureless 780 for an estimated jackpot of over, listen to this, AB, 1.9 million rand on this Thursday. Sounds
All right,
good.
very excited about this. And also the fixture list closes at 16:30. Remember this. Play now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or mobile app for your shot at winning big at Be Inja Your Game.
That's right. Well, listen, we still have so much to come up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We went from wills and estate, going into winning big, into your pets, our furry friends at home, all of yours, and also my cat and my dog. We need to take care of them. So I want to get into welcoming your feline friends home in particular. If you have a new kitty or the kitty found you through the cat distribution system and you want to bring them into your house, we're going to tell you exactly how to do that.
And we're also going to find out about pet allergies as well. So if you have pets at home, this next segment is definitely for you.
We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, mate. Show me. Now, as I mentioned not too long ago, if you're one of the many South Africans who love pets but struggle with allergies, this one is for you. We are joined in studio by allergy specialist, Dr. Mandy Lynn Meyer. And the doc is here to give us practical advice on how to manage pet allergies while still enjoying the company of our furry friends. Plus, we'll also look at how Allergex Non-Drowsy can help you, stay sneeze-free without missing a beat. So, Doc, we're going to find out more about pet allergies. And I did mention that if somebody has pets at home, they should tune in for this. So, first of all, let's talk about, how problematic these allergies are.
Yeah, so I think, look, first of all, I'm actually a pediatrician who works with allergies. But so pet allergies really occur when somebody who's allergy prone is exposed to an allergen. And they inhale that allergen, which might be from dander. So dander is tiny protein particles which are shed by animals from the skin scale, float in the air, they inhale them, they go into their nose and they cause itchy, scratchy sort of feelings in the nose and sneezing, through to itchy eyes, red eyes, sort of feeling very uncomfortable with red eyes, all the way through to skin reactions and through to more severe life-threatening allergic reactions like asthma, where some people might have life-threatening allergies and actually end up in hospital from the allergic reaction. So there can be minor inconveniences through to more serious sort of allergens and allergic reactions.
And I mean, these symptoms that you're talking about, how does one deal with these symptoms?
Yeah, so I think, so if you're talking about medical management, obviously there is medical management. And that would be consultation with your medical practitioner, your pediatrician or allergologist, and discussion about using medication. So the medications like Allergex help quite a bit because they will relieve the minor inconvenience symptoms. So they are antihistamines. Which contain, basically work against histamine, which causes those difficult symptoms. So the itchy, runny nose, the sneezing, the snotting, all of those kind of things. And then you get more chronic management. So people might need medical management also from a point of view of if you're getting wheezing or tight chest, you might need inhalers or pumps. So that would obviously then be a little bit more in depth. People who have skin reactions also might be on more chronic antihistamines, and people have allergic conjunctivitis or eye issues might have drops, or hay fever might need nasal sprays, corticosteroids, which they use more regularly to prevent the onset of these symptoms.
Oh, I see. And with Allergex Non-Drowsy, what makes it different from other medications that are out there on the market?
So, I mean, it contains loratadine, which is a long-acting antihistamine, which obviously, can get you through the day for a longer period of time, but it also is non-drowsy, which means, some of the antihistamines can also make you sleepy, and that's very inconvenient if you want to go to work, get on with your job, look after your kids, do all of those kind of things. So it's quite useful from that perspective.
Okay. Now, what about, pet owners whose allergies, they seem to be getting worse over time? Are there any additional treatments?
Yeah, so I think, look, there's simple things for if you have minor allergies. So minor allergies, really, you would be looking at things like potentially, if you want to live in synergy with your pet and you don't, you've got minor allergies, then you might want to create an allergy-free zone in the household, so somewhere the pet is not allowed. So that is preferably the place where the allergic person sleeps. You also want to make sure that you don't have heavy furnishings, so like curtains and upholstery, which tend to hold those dust allergens, and remove those from the area. You might want to invest in a highly efficient particulate air filter, a HEPA filter. Washing your pet regularly also decreases the allergy burden, but obviously with shampoos that are suitable for the pet as well. And then there are also obviously medical management, which was, as we said before, discussing with your allergologist about, or your pediatrician about your medical management and optimizing that for more chronic symptoms. And then there's also immunotherapy available for some patients who really want to live in harmony with their pets. So immunotherapy is basically allergen shots that are given to patients, and they contain small amounts of allergen given slowly over a period of time to basically get the immune system to be desensitized to the allergens so that you can then live with a pet. So some people might wish to follow that route as well. Yeah, but just to say that if you do have a life-threatening allergy, then sometimes, unfortunately, you will have to remove the pet from the home, and maybe, unfortunately, then you can't have a pet. But for the minor allergies, there are those basic things.
Okay, fantastic. There you have it. That is pediatrician Dr. Mandy Lynn Meyer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
And I did say I have 5 dogs, so this is definitely going to help a lot, especially with the visitors. Awesome. All right, now, Mechami, how about a chance to win? So Allergex Non-Drowsy is giving you the chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash. So what do you have to do? Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages, and you have to tell us, are dogs and cats an allergy red flag for you? And how do you manage, the love allergy dilemma with your furry friends? And also don't forget to hashtag Allergex Non-Drowsy. That is hashtag Allergens Non-Drowsy. And this competition, it closes on Friday, the 20th of September. But also remember, T's and C's are on expressoshow.com. That is expressoshow.com.
Well, we are moving on from talking allergies into welcoming a new cat into your home. And I know it can be an exciting journey, but it definitely is a bit of a delicate process, especially when it comes to kids and even other pets. Now, from setting up a safe and cozy space to just ensuring everyone bonds in a smooth way, there's a lot to consider here. So we brought in veterinarian Dr. Vince Botha, who's going to be sharing some expert advice on how to make this transition just as smooth and seamless as possible. Doc, thank you for being here again.
Absolute
I
pleasure.
really thought you were going to bring
always.
me a cat, No, not this time?
Not this time.
Not in your pocket?
I think keeping a cat still for a whole interview might be a bit of a challenge.
100%. We'd be running around the whole studio. Well, let's get straight into this because I recently had to welcome in a cat that found me, because sometimes they do that, into my home, and I've got a Yorkie. So that introduction period took a little while, but it was almost necessary before we get into having a harmonious home with everybody there. So what are the first steps a pet owner should take?
So the thing I try to encourage when I chat to people, especially when they bring a kitten in for the first time, is just to try and get people to understand that it's a fairly unnatural environment for the cat and the dog, or even the cat and the people, to be in initially. We'll find that sort of rhythm, and cats are so adaptable, but you need to understand in the beginning that you need to try and make it as natural as possible, in the sense that cats like to have their own space, and so creating a safe space for them that is only their space is really, really important. And that safe space needs to be the place where they have their food, needs to be the place where their litter box is, and then obviously a place where they can sleep. But really importantly, it needs to be very separate from a lot of activity in the house. So you don't want to put in like your kid's bedroom, because they're going to be running around wild and having a great time, and loud and noisy and dropping toys, that sort of thing. But you also want to have it slightly off the ground, especially if you have dogs in the house. They need sort of elevated safe spaces that they can get to, and so that when they need their timeouts, but their timeouts need to be in an area where they don't feel threatened. And cats are still quite closely related to their wild ancestors. And so they do sort of have that instinct to protect themselves, to mask sort of any kind of fear behavior as much as they can, until they lash out, and then we all panic about whether the cat's ever going to survive in our house.
Absolutely. And I mean, I've seen moments like that happen between my little Yorkie and my cat as well. And it got me so scared, because I was like, oh, I thought we were all adjusting well here. I mean, look at my Yorkie. He's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
9 years old. He turned in June. Crazy business. But they're both small creatures. So I think that kind of helped. He's also quite a passive dog, and the cat's a bit more feisty. So the balance was there. But on the adjustment front, what can we actually do? So you said elevate off the ground. Is there anything else that we could incorporate?
Yeah, so there are sort of medical options in terms of pheromones. So we use pheromone impregnated either collars or even diffusers. You get like diffusers that you plug into the wall, and that can be placed in the safe space. You get sprays as well that you can put in their sort of safe zone. And those can make quite a big difference just in terms of making the cat just more amenable to the changes in the environment. It kind of simulates the mother-kitten bond a little bit with the pheromones, and it's quite a clever sort of, I guess, like technology in
it's like a hack,
essence.
actually, yeah.
And it can make a huge difference, especially if you're moving to a new environment or a new house, and then you keep the sort of pheromones in the areas where they will have a safe zone, and it just makes them so much more amenable to the changes.
Absolutely. Speaking about changes, I mean, if you invite a kitten into an environment with children, I feel like that could be quite a challenge on both ends.
Yes.
So do you have any tips with that when it comes to that?
So I think it's really important with children. First of all, I always think it's a good idea if you've got a child and you want them to get a pet. It's always a good idea to get them to go and either visit people who have pets or even ask someone if you can look after their pet while they're away or something like that, and give your child the chance to, or give yourself the chance to see how your child really bonds with that pet. Make them pick up the poo and clean the litter box and do the feeding and all of that kind of thing, just to get an idea of whether your kid really is ready for a pet, or your pet, I don't know. But the key is also just making sure that the children also understand the fragility of the pet and how to be careful and cautious about caring for them, and that they really, really understand the safe zones, and the safe zones are not the areas where the child is allowed to approach the pet, because then the pet always has a space they can escape to when they need a little break. And you'll know then how your pet's coping by how often he needs to go to his safe zone. So it gives you a really nice insight if you make sure those are separate spaces. And sometimes with a kid, it's also easy because you can actually make your safe zone almost on top of a cabinet. There's a couple of steps to get on top of the cabinet, and then the kid can't actually get to the pet.
I hear parents saying, "Can I also get a safe zone, please, dog?" That's a different consultation fee. But let's get into vaccinations for new kitties. How do we protect them in that regard?
So the easiest thing to do is to actually just take your cat in when you first get a kitten, take them into a vet for a health check. Let the vet have a look at what they've had so far. It depends where they've come from. If they come from welfares, they may have had a sort of a rapid vaccination protocol, because obviously we need to get them vaccinated before we can home them, which is not a problem. It's just a matter of then assessing what they've had and what they now still need or don't need when they need their next vaccine. So vaccines for cats are yearly things, so you do need to keep up with that yearly, and for your dogs. But it's important to just get the vet to assess. So it's quite tricky to advise in terms of it really depends on how the protocols have been structured right from the beginning, as to what exactly they need to do. And it creates a lot of confusion. People kind of like, I got a cat like 3 years ago and the vet didn't tell me to do this,
so what do I do now?
or I didn't need to do that. But they might have been given a vaccine really early on purpose because they were in an environment with lots of other cats, in a cattery, being in a breeding environment, and they might have been started a little bit early, which meant we might have to do a little bit more in terms of the vaccination protocol, or not. And so it is really important to just chat with your vet. Do an initial consult when you get the new pet, because you can also discuss the sort of behavior of the pet. And what you need to do to try and make sure that that's as smooth as possible.
Absolutely. I love that we're protecting our furry friends, because it's a two-way street. We're protecting ourselves and protecting them in terms of heartbreak. We want our kitties to stay here forever, right? Speaking of, let's get into parasites. What are things that we should be looking out for, protecting them from?
Yeah, so with cats, as we touched on last week, the tick and flea thing is a real thing. I think a lot of people have this idea, well, like cats are virtually wild. They don't really need much care and much attention. But the truth is we're now taking them out of a wild environment and we're putting them in our homes. So we do need to make sure we're protecting our environment as well as them and as well as our other pets, because fleas can spread between dogs and cats. Obviously ticks and fleas can bite the humans in the house as well. So it is really important that you're making sure that you're giving them good tick and flea treatment. And again, if you're taking your cat out from a breeding environment or a cattery or coming from a welfare or rescue, there's a strong probability that they have picked up a couple of things. They may have been treated with whatever, especially with a welfare, whatever they have on hand, but it might not be something that covers everything. And so it's really nice to then check in with your vet. And then, I mean, the new NexGuard combo is great because it's something that covers ticks, fleas, and worms all in one. And then you're kind of doing that as a once-off. Again, if you pop into your vet, after collecting the kitten, we do a good health check, and then we can actually do that for you and do the first application, show you how to do it, and then take it from there.
Oh, lovely. Well, we are sorted with Dr. Vince in the building every single time. He just gets us right when it comes to our furry friends. And as cat parents, you and I, we want nothing but the best for our furry friends, right? And that means keeping them safe. Now, NexGuard Combo, as you heard, is part of the NexGuard brand family and the global #1 pet parasiticide in sales. Now, it's the only broad spectrum protection for cats, targeting everything from fleas, ticks, mites, as well as tapeworms. You also have roundworms, hookworms, lungworms, and even heartworm disease all in one. It is easy to use. It's a monthly topical solution just for you. Now, whether you have a tiny kitten of just about 8 weeks old or a proud mama cat or man, NexGuard Combo is designed to keep them healthy and also happy so you can enjoy more cuddle moments without any worries. And that is what we all want, right? Now, the good news is that you stand the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash. You heard me right. Simply reply to the competition post on our Expresso social media pages and tell us the funniest places you've ever found your cat hiding. And I know they really are so good at hide and seek. Don't forget to use that hashtag NexGuard Combo and also hashtag Guardians of Love. Now, this competition does close at midday tomorrow. And of course, all those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. We gave you so much to do with your furry friends. Now go give them a cuddle in this break very quickly, though, and the both of you can come back afterwards.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my lovely, we are still celebrating Heritage Month, which is why this morning we have brought you an absolute queen. Somebody who is all about making sure that we never, ever forget about the Amapondo culture. She's a proud Limpondo queen, and she brings it to the forefront with her music. And more than anything else, she is a queen of storytelling and allowing us to truly not just be enjoying her music, but to really understand where it comes from. Everybody, please, let's give her a Feel Good welcome. We're talking about Sisana, Eastern Cape's finest. My gorgeous, how are you?
I'm good, sis. Thank you. How are you?
Ndiphilile nkosi. Sithandwa sami, masithethe ngotatomkhulu wakho. He was someone who was a singer, and he obviously genuinely inspired you to go into music. But talk to us about how you started singing when you're only 10 years old and how you started mimicking him.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
Okay, my grandfather was I can say was a musician of that time, though he was not a professional musician. My grandfather would sing when he's in the garden, planting. Remember, back in the days, they were using donkeys and cows. Yes. So I would listen to him from the garden. And sometimes when he's outside, he will take his guitar and play. He used, those tin guitars for the drum of oil. The drum of oil?
With the strings.
Yeah, they make those guitars back in the days. So my grandfather was playing those ones, and then I would be interested and go and sit next to him and listen to him when he's playing and singing.
That's beautiful, Sisana. And I also feel like, I think it's such a beautiful story because it allowed South Africa to now have this queen that is Sisana, that is breaking boundaries and allowing the Mpondo culture to just live on. I think that's so incredible. And it obviously was your upbringing that allowed you to go in that direction. So, Teta Kuti, about you and now deciding that I want to go and sing. Do you remember the first time you went out into the streets and started singing, and how much money did you make?
It was not that much because when you're singing on the street, they will start throwing 5 cents, throwing 20 cents, because some are laughing at you as if like you are siloning or you are mad. And they will tell you that, where do you think you are going with this thing that you are doing? But the first big money that I made it from backpackers in my hometown. They have backpackers, so I would visit those backpackers and ask for a performance. And maybe if they're having a party, I would say to them, "Can you please like give me a slot, even if you're not gonna pay me?" And then I'll just sing without mic or being connected on electronic things. I will just take my guitar and play. I'm not gonna be paid. I'm just entertaining people who are just eating. But because Ubuntu, people will give you money. White people, because backpackers, most of the time it's white people.
Yes.
The tourists.
I was gonna say coming from outside the country.
Yes, coming from outside the country. Whether they understand what you're singing about or they don't, but they will enjoy your music.
I love that.
They will dance for your music and throw money.
Oh, come on.
That's how I started to make papers.
We hustle like when I stand or something. And you don't need a microphone whatsoever, which I love. But let's talk about your new music video, Undombeleleni. Speak to us about it.
Undombeleleni is a very close song to my heart. It's a spiritual song. It's my true story. Ndombeleleni, it's a song that revives spirit. If I sing Ndombeleleni, you're gonna feel it.
Sure.
I will feel it myself, and then it takes me back deep spiritually. Also, when I'm on stage performing the song, I don't even feel myself when I'm performing Ndombeleleni.
Oh, wow.
Because it's a very spiritual song.
Yes. And earlier on, I did touch on how when you're a storyteller. So talk to us about your album, Inguquko. What is it exactly that you're telling with those stories?
Inguquko, I named that album. My name is Nonguquko, actually. Yes. I'm Nonguquko.
Okay.
So I named that album Inguquko because I believed that my album is going to change people's lives.
Sure.
So on the album, it's 50% is Mpondo and 50% Afro-pop music, which is music that we are hearing now, and traditional music. I made sure that everyone must listen to that album, whether you are young, whether you are old.
Beautiful.
Yes. Whether you are a spiritual person, you can go to my album, you can listen to ingoma ezivuselela umoya.
Come on.
If you want to be in church, then you're gonna be there. If you want to ukombelela and ukhenze ugide, it's gonna give you that. If you want to dance,
then you're gonna be there.
Then you're
gonna be there. This is why we appreciate you, because you're a multifaceted queen, and more than anything else, your voice, it is life-changing. And
you
this
so
is why I
much.
can't wait for you to perform for us, Expresso family. I promise you, this is my promise to you. If you stick around, you're about to be blown away by this beautiful woman with the most gorgeous voice that really moves you when you hear it. And it's happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right about now, it's all happening in Cape TZ. AV and Carissa, are you guys still all right that side? What's going down, babies?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Zanele, looking forward to being blown away, looking forward to that performance. But for now, we want you to discover a revolutionary way to experience your favorite tunes with the Samsung Music Frame. So combining cutting-edge technology with elegant design, this innovative frame transforms your music collection into a visual masterpiece.
That's right, AB. And let me tell you something. I was at the launch to see firsthand how this must-have device can really elevate your space with a perfect fusion of art and sound. It is so seamless, but let me tell you more about it in just a bit. Hello, Expresso fam. I hope that you came prepared to have a good time with even better vibes, because we've been invited by Samsung to experience the release of their brand new Samsung Music Frame. And this is going to integrate so beautifully into your lifestyle with its aesthetic design and also multifunctional capabilities. Let's not waste any more time and have a look.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official launch event of the Music Frame. My name is Anessa Melissa. I'm your host and MC for the day. I'm part of Samsung's marketing team, but you can also call me the Black Sparrow.
What was the inspiration behind coming up with the Music Frame from Samsung?
Really, the Music Frame, if you look at it, it's a very unique smart speaker. I think if you look at the design cues, it was inspired by our Frame TV, but we asked ourselves, hey, why doesn't your TV just blend into your overall surroundings? And so with the Music Frame, we took the best of Frame TV and also sound and said, hey, why not have an audio device that blends seamlessly into your space, that makes it come alive, but also you get such an amazing audio experience. It looks like a piece of art. And that was one of the key features, where the whole idea was that it blends seamlessly into your home, whether it's on a desktop, whether it's on a wall. The idea is that it blends in with your space. You can flip and change art, photos, put it right in the front. And from an audio perspective, it has amazing room-filling sound. And the amazing thing is, no matter where you're standing, it optimizes the sound to make sure that you're getting the best sound no matter where you are in your room. And so that's just one of the amazing features that comes with the Music Frame.
Yes to innovation. I mean, Samsung is always at the forefront of this. And I do wonder how it sort of blends seamlessly, to your point, with the rest of the ecosystem when it comes to home devices that Samsung has to offer.
Yes, 100%. So the cool thing is you can connect your Music Frame to your TV as a Bluetooth speaker. If you want to take this to the next level and you have a Samsung soundbar, you can actually take it to a whole nother level. You can connect your music frames to your soundbar and really get an amazing sound experience. And the awesome thing is you can even put a music frame behind you so that you get sound coming from each angle. And so that's the amazing ways that you can connect your music frame to some of our amazing other Samsung products. It's going to get people who love their music to enjoy their music without feeling like there's another device in the room. You look at the music frame, at first you'd be like, why is there no digital screen? But we need another screen, you know what I mean? And so that also adds to the whole idea of it blends seamlessly into your space. And with the music frame, it'll just go on to show just how much can be done with the speaker and sort of taking it to the next level, where it doesn't just have to be a speaker that sits in your room, but it can also be a form of self-expression as well.
Tell me more about your first impressions of the Samsung Music Frame.
Yeah, I think it's extremely innovative. I think the concept of having a speaker that is not really a speaker because it's a picture frame is honestly something that we haven't seen before. So it's been very cool to see how Samsung is constantly thinking of how they can be 10 steps ahead of everyone, seeing how not only cool it looks, but really good it sounds.
I actually think I love how low-key it is. I literally looked around and I couldn't find the speaker. I'm like, okay, I thought about maybe the small speaker on the ear, but I'm like, no, it's a frame. And another cool concept, I thought that you can actually change the photo. So I was like, cool, like my family picture in there, my cat's picture in there, maybe, you know? So I think that's a cool touch.
If you don't mind touching on the availability and the cost price of what's going to get me to hear Beyonce even better.
So the music frame, really amazing value for money. Obviously, we spoke about all the amazing features, the technology that's integrated into it, the multiple purposes that comes with it, and you can get yourself a music frame starting from $5,999. And you can head over to Samsung.com to get your hands on your own music frame.
If there is one thing that remains true, Samsung knows how to throw a party. Absolutely impressed with everything that the Samsung music frame has to offer. I can't wait to completely immerse myself in all of my new and much beloved artists. Until next time, from the Expresso family, thank you so much, Samsung. We'll see you then. Oh man, Avi, I'm telling you, they knew how to throw a party. I was on that dance floor. I was with the speaker jamming to Beyonce. It was the perfect evening for me, quite honestly. Take me back.
Yeah. Was that your highlight, though, dancing to Beyonce?
I think that was definitely my highlight. Cuff it, baby. Yeah. Felt like I was in the club, but it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, it looked like you had a lot of fun. All right? And also remember to check out this incredible device for yourself. Visit Samsung.com for all the details on how you can get your hands on this amazing music frame.
Absolutely, and you definitely want to do that. Zanele, girl, I know you also want to get your hands on it. Beyonce, baby, are you into it?
Of course I am. What do you even mean? You guys literally got to experience something so lovely. I'm a little bit jealous. However, 100%, guys. I think maybe we must get into it like as a family. Next time, don't leave me behind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll give you a first-class flight to Cape Town. What's coming up on the show, though?
Thank you. Coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, my sweetheart, we are going to be getting into what we call an absolute experience. Yes, Sisana is going to be performing, and I cannot wait for it. One thing I know, it is going to be life-changing indeed. And then we are also going to actually be getting into the ultimate guide to braai snacks and mocktails with Clem and Megan. And I know that Clem is around. Clem, are you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me? Look, where else would I be? I'm at work.
Clem, please, can you I just want to know that you still feel the connection that we had the last time in the kitchen. And I miss you so much. I wish you were here, and not just for the food. I miss you.
The flames. But I'll be in Joburg really soon. I will be able to. I think you and I should do our ultimate braai platter when I'm back in Joburg again.
Yes! I love that. And you see, it works out because you need a flame for the braai. You see what I'm saying? And I specialize in that. Thank you. Yeah.
There we go. So when we come back, I'm going to give you the ultimate guide to snacking, because we will not be caught snacker lacking, ever.
I love it.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is September, which means, yes, it's Heritage Month, but also it's Braai Month, and we need in fact, we don't need any excuse to braai, because we want you to take that braai in particular from good to great with mouth-watering pre-braai snacks and refreshing mocktails. It sounds like the perfect combination. Now, Clem and Megan Pedro are here to reveal their top snack picks to keep the party going while the coals heat up, because, Meg, let me tell you, if there's one thing about a braai, we're only going to eat at midnight.
100%.
Like, we're going to be
This is where it's
hungry.
at. Yes. At the Heritage of Gold dinner. I like it, right? So that is
Girl
exactly
dinner.
what we're doing. So let's start. I mean, I've got so much to get through
You
here,
do.
which is
Woolies
great.
has made it quite easy to put a little snack thing together.
It's all about convenience. I did not spend a second in the kitchen, let me tell you. And
we
that's
love that.
when you're the host, that's what you want to do.
You want to be
It's
present
all
with
about
your
convenience.
guests.
It's all about the quick, easy heat and eat, and that's what we've got here. So let's start with biltong, because I mean, absolutely a must on any table while the meat is going. So this is your free-range biltong. You can see we have a selection. I mean, there's an absolutely beautiful selection.
Say you're South African without saying you're South African.
100%.
Look at this.
I love that. With a South African recipe, which we love. A very, very classic South African recipe. It is also free-range, which means it really is, there's no antibiotics, no growth stimulants, which is what we want to be doing with all our food.
Absolutely.
So I've got a glass here, not for a drink right now, but for styling, you know, a little styling element. It's always nice to add a little bit of height on your table, because
That
everything
makes sense.
seems quite flat.
Yeah.
So you can literally pop it like that. And then I've got a gorgeous bowl. So this is some of the new collection that we previewed yesterday at Woolies Christmas.
Yes.
Stunning, like this colorway.
I'm
Woolies is
telling
loving the green at the
you.
moment, which I love, and the nuts can actually go into that bowl. So again, it's a whole lot of little nibbles that you can just grab and that all go together.
Now, this one plate is just for me. Let me tell you that much. I love a nut. I love a biltong. So
Me
this is
too.
a perfect combination.
Well, then, if you're a chipper and a dipper, like I am, okay, these are literally the hand-cooked crisps. Oh, my goodness. I mean, they are so crunchy. I'm not going to do the ASMR.
The crunch test.
But, I mean, these...
Wow, that's the perfect chip right
It's
there.
the perfect chip, exactly that. So, exactly how we were talking about convenience, right? We really, really do like to just have the dips that are already done. So,
what is this?
Ooh,
Like a triple dip in one?
And actually, because the packaging is so beautiful, some of them I like to keep out like that, which is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
And then some, if you grab the feta dip over there.
Oh, South African feta dip.
I will do the roasted red pepper hummus.
Wow.
Oh, that is incredible. I can't have any favorites, let me tell you.
So we're
but-
just going to put it in?
Yes.
Is there a way to do it, Meg? I don't want to mess this up.
I mean, this is so beautifully styled on
I
top
know.
as well. But a nice thing with a styling element is always a little flick with the spoon.
Oh.
Makes
Listen,
it a
you
little bit of
are a food stylist,
Yes.
so I trust anything that you say, Meg.
So literally a little, oop, there we go. So
She's a
we've got,
professional.
we've got beautiful pretzels. I mean, are you a pretzel or a chipper?
I'm a bother.
Okay.
I'm a both at the same timer.
I mean-
but I do love a pretzel. That one in
Why shouldn't?
particular is so good. Yeah.
I'm going to pop this over here by
Yeah,
you
keep
then.
it, keep it here. Thank you very much.
And then we have, of course, a selection of, biscuits and
like crackers.
Exactly.
This is really interesting. It's got seeds inside.
And this all comes in one package, which
Oh,
is so,
my
again,
gosh.
convenient. I mean, you really look like you've done it all when Woolies is doing everything for you. So
Cool,
this
this
is just
literally would
layering.
only take you like 5 minutes and you can impress so many
And you
guests.
look like you've done it all. So we move over. We've got veg samosas.
Oh,
okay,
yum.
absolutely delicious. And then I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the seafood because we love our seafood. So a snook pate
That's
is
my family favorite.
great, right?
Oh,
A little
yeah.
bit of toast, a little bit of butter. You can do all of that kind of thing. We've got a beautiful cheese twirl over here. I'm going to do a prawn cocktail because I love a prawn cocktail.
That actually
Again,
reminds me of Christmas, like
the
for a
layers.
starter.
Yes.
Yes.
And so easy, so convenient. You don't have to do this. You don't have to mix the sauce, do anything like that. So literally mix this up and then you pop it right on the platter like that.
Beautiful.
We love that. And then what I actually like to do is the cheese twirl. I pop into the dip that it actually would go with because I wouldn't necessarily put the cheese with the prawn, but I put it with the snook. So it's nice to actually just have one on the side that just shows people, okay, this is where you're going.
You're leading the way.
Yes.
I like that.
We're getting there, we're getting there. So.
Ah, the meat, the protein.
The meat before the meat on the braai.
You know? I knew it.
We always
You
have the
couldn't
one.
resist it.
Well, you have to feed the braai master because then you're going to get fed. That's what you do. All right. So we've got Oh, these fricadelles.
Wow.
These are my quick, I sometimes don't even heat them, but in the front of a Woolies where you have the microwave, I just do this on the road and I buy the ready-made salad.
This is a chicken fricadelle also.
Oh my God, just smell that.
Oh, that reminds me of pad course on long trips that I used to take with my family.
It is. This is exactly everything at all that you need.
Yeah.
And basically, our table is set, you pop everything forward, and you're good to go.
Oh, Meg, you've done such a fantastic job. I see there are also some flowers over there.
Flowers
also...
always just bring, a very, very cute, beautiful little element to it. Just as like a final touch, final flourish. And these are great in drinks. I wonder if someone is going to be adding it to a couple of drinks on that side.
They're going to be stealing this for sure. This looks absolutely stunning. Well, listen, we've got all the savories sorted. The braai is going. I smell the coals in the air, and I'm feeling a little bit thirsty. Yeah. I think that we need something for our parched throats. What you think?
100%.
And the boys have got us covered. Boys, what's going on?
All right. So we're going to be focusing on some drinks. And as you can see, it's looking very colorful here, Claire. All right. So what's happening here?
The thing is, everybody wants to be a bartender or a mocktail bartender of some sort, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get in that vibe of like mixing drinks, adding garnishes, maybe shaking something up. And it's pretty amazing how you can use that to your advantage.
Sure.
If you can have all of the guests coming over. Right, especially if you're in the kitchen, they were gonna want to gravitate to you, especially and the kitchen.
True.
But you don't want that. You want to get stuff done. You want to get things out.
Yeah.
So what you do, you create a mocktail station.
Okay.
Right? So when your guests come in, they're gonna be like, "How's it, AB? How you doing? Cool. Drinks, cool." They're gonna go over there and they're gonna start helping themselves. So we're gonna kind of like recreate that today.
Okay.
You're gonna be your own barman.
All right.
Have you got some bartending
Love
skills?
that. Not at all. So this is the first time I'm doing this.
That's good. Welcome to the class.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first
Let's do
thing
this.
first, right? A bar station isn't only for alcoholic drinks.
Okay.
Right? And especially if it's going to be a long day, like the Springboks are playing at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
On Saturday. No.
On Saturday,
You
yep.
got to pace yourself, right? So we do a mocktail station first. Non-alcoholic drinks coming through. We've got the strawberry daiquiri.
Nice.
We have got the Cosmo, okay?
Yeah. But first, we need to mention, there's a disclaimer, non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. It's not
Very
here.
important.
Not today. Not this morning. And then we got the pina colada and we got the ginger beer. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you've got your drink sorted. Very important rule number one, make sure you have all the ice in the world. Don't be running out. This, I don't know. Okay, you gotta have all the ice there. Don't be running out of ice on Braai Day.
Yeah.
Or the day when you're entertaining guests. It's a schlep. Don't do it.
But what about those guys who don't like ice? Like myself, I don't like ice.
You don't like ice?
No.
Then you just keep it chilled in the fridge and you're good and you're happy. Okay,
there we
so
go.
I'm glad you said that. So I will have that little bit of ice that we've got. You will have no ice.
No ice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it a teeth sensitivity thing?
Throat sensitivity.
Oh, I get you. I get you. I feel you. Okay, cool. So, here we go. You've got your beautiful glass from Woolies, of course.
Yes.
You are going to, you got a choice. We're going to rum the glass. Add a little bit of sugar to the outside of the glass. You can do salt as well.
Yeah.
That gets you get your mouth going, ready for like the drinks, okay? So you can decide whether you want to go, if you want to get the sugar to stick to your glass, a little bit of water, or you want a little bit of lime.
Lime.
Okay, cool. Here we go.
Okay.
So, what you're going to do first is, let me just slice off a fresh piece of lime here.
Yep.
You're going to decide whether you want to rum the whole glass or
Okay.
if you want like a little accent of sugar on the side,
Oh,
which is what
okay.
I do. So if you want a little bit of that crunch, then you turn the glass a bit,
Okay.
and then you get it. So what I do is I just get a little section of it
Okay.
with your lime, and then
A bit of sugar. But you can also go with salt, right?
you can go with salt. You can season the sugar with like lime. You can season the salt with lime as well.
Yeah.
And if you want to be fancy, you can do a little bit of a chili and lime spice on your sugar or your salt.
Chili and lime.
That will be delicious.
Wow.
All right, cool, we're winning. So you got that
Okay.
beautiful rum. So the idea behind this, again, is when you're drinking...
It happens.
Don't be
All
breaking
right.
stuff. Don't be
We
breaking
didn't
stuff.
break anything.
When you want a little bit of that sugary crunch, you just turn the glass and that's what you go for. So,
Okay.
you said you're not going to do any ice.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for some ice.
Okay.
And then also, guys, this is my personal bowl of ice. If you got a bowl of ice at home, the ice bucket, don't be using your hands. Make sure you have like the proper spoons. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ice goes in. Now you want to pick your flavor. What do you want to go for? Strawberry
I
daiquiri.
love ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Also because it's Heritage Month,
Oh,
so
of
it doesn't get
course.
more heritage than ginger beer.
There we go. Okay, so ginger beer going in.
Yeah.
And then, there you go. So just make sure it's like super, super cold.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a Cosmo. Here we go.
Awesome.
So nice and cold, get that in there. And then you can start playing around with garnishes. So have like a little section that's got some edible flowers like we do here.
Yeah.
Have some citrus, have some pineapple. Pineapple's really dope as a garnish.
Oh,
you want to do a
nice.
little pineapple wedge on the end of yours?
Okay. No. Not really.
Talk to me about flavors. Look, it's the first time cooking with you. So we're learning with AB. Quickly, rapid one. Foods you don't like. So I know not to cook when you...
Definitely no pineapple.
Okay, we learned that one.
Not a big fan of chili as well.
Okay.
But this is giving me, a taste of home. It's nostalgic to me. I love this.
And
Yeah.
it's quite, the thing is, right, garnishes, they're beautiful, they're aesthetic, they attract your eye.
I like
but
that.
there's something about a simplistic mocktail.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful glass. The glass is the artwork on its own, right? Beautiful glass and the drink in it, a little bit of the rim with the salt. It's understated. It's classic.
Okay.
It's beautiful. So I like that.
I like that.
too. For the demonstration, I'm going to show people how to do a beautiful pineapple garnish.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this quickly. I'm sorry, I'm going to swap sides with you very
All
quickly.
right.
So we got our beautiful pineapple, clearing space. First thing I want is I want to grab one of these quills. Okay, be careful. One of the quills, and I'm going to, I want to cut a little slit down the side because I want to
Okay.
hang the quill on the end of the glass. So just where you see the white part, just a little bit. Boom. Okay, so we got our first piece down. Where is the end of this guy? Cool. So it's really feeling tropical, right? There we go. That's that
Oh,
piece.
I like that.
That piece. Then we're gonna go. Give me another big wedge. Another big wedge on the side. Boom. The thing about the drink, it's all about the aesthetics. It's got to look the part. Okay.
Yep.
So one more piece. Let's go.
The lime as well. And
Like
I mean,
that.
can you eat the garnishes as well?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I've been told otherwise.
Eat the
I've been
skin
told
on the
otherwise.
pineapple, fiber.
Oh, okay.
Eat the skin on the lime, vitamin C. Okay, there we go. So it's about getting all beautiful. And if you wanted to make it like a little different, right?
Yeah.
Something 2024, elevation.
Yeah.
Coconut milk, instead of
Okay.
adding ice, freeze the coconut milk in little cubes.
Oh, yeah.
As it melts in the drink, you get this creamy tropical note in the background.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna be like, what's that? That's delicious. Where's
Oh,
that
like that.
from? That's from you because you made it.
Yeah.
Okay. You got your entertaining sorted from the snacks to the drinks. Amy, do you know where you get everything?
Where do you get everything?
At Woolies.
At Woolworths.
Online.
Yes.
In store.
Uh-huh.
On the app.
Yes.
You know.
At your house.
At my house. Always. Every time. From the snacks to the drinkware to all the drinks to everything you need for your next entertainment day. Sorted.
Oh, we need to toast to that, everybody. We need to toast to that.
We're gonna toast it up.
If you don't have a glass, that's okay. That's okay. There you go. There you
I'm
go.
still judging you for no ice.
For no.
How can you? Well, we've
All
got
right.
delicious food over here. We sorted AB out with a delicious drink as well. Zanele, we really wish you could join us, girl, but we've got something for you.
Aski Zanele.
You know what, guys? It's okay. You can keep all of the delicious drinks and everything. As much as I'm like, Liz, I am so here for being within when we talk about Sisana. Expresso family, I hope you're ready to be taken on a beautiful musical journey with the queen of Impondo culture. Everybody, please let's put our hands together for the beautiful Sisana with Ndombeleleni.
Umani lengoma yo
just when you thought it couldn't get better, she does the most. Then she gets on the guitar. Mo! Sisana, ladies and gentlemen. Cape Town, I know you're feeling all sorts of good right now. Come on.
Oh, yes, Zanele, definitely. That's the feel-good energy that we are talking about. We are definitely feeling it here at our Cape Town studios. And I showed Carissa some moves as well.
You did.
Carissa, let's go. Oz.
I'm getting there.
Then do this. Then do this.
We got it. With a drink in my hand. It's not
There we go.
Friday, but we're allowed to have one. It's a clean Vrydag and it's a mocktail, okay?
Yep.
Cheers to you, AB.
Cheers
I added
to
some
you.
garnish because whatever was going on there.
This I can do, not this. All right? Do you put pineapple on your pizza
Everything.
as well?
Yes.
You're one of those people.
Yes. Please.
All
it
right,
adds some
I'm
sweetness.
leaving. I'm leaving.
It's
Okay.
fine. I can handle this on my own. Now, listen, we've still got so much coming up on the show today. We have to get into fashion. We've touched on drinks. We've touched on pets. Let's talk about clothes, the cloth, the special cloth. It's all about the heritage capsule launched by Woolworths. It's absolutely stunning. Before Dr. Vince left, he said, "Can I have this?" I said, "I'll send it to you. Don't worry." And we've got more coming up soon.
Yep. And we also have Tropical Pong, which is like beer pong. We are going to have this with fan contestants, Dima and Gloria. You don't want to miss it.
Cheers.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh new look.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, we spoke all things to do with drinks and food, but let's talk looking good while we also enjoying that.
And it is still a Heritage Month, of course, and embracing the Rainbow Nation spirit, we are honoring South Africa's rich cultural legacy through vibrant colors and patterns. And we are joined in studio by Tanya Wolf, who is Woolworths Colleagues Heritage Capsule Collection for 2024. And Tanya is here to explain how our multicultural legacy inspired her design. Tanya, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Look how stunning you
You're
look.
looking fantastic.
Thank you.
I have to get into what inspired you to even enter this competition. Was it a spark of hope that you thought, yes, I've got this idea, it's got to be a reality soon?
Well, so last year was a great success with the campaign. And I thought, why not? You never know. And look what we have.
Congratulations. Is it kind of crazy to you too that you're like, oh my gosh, that's mine?
Oh, extremely so, extremely, because it's a bit surreal still. But I mean, just to see everything and it's in store, it's just, wow, out of this world.
And South Africa has a multicultural legacy.
It is indeed.
Right? And how did you use this legacy to inspire your designs?
So as you know, we are such a diverse and unique nation, and it's just drawing on the collective, and just taking bits and pieces from it, which was obviously very easy to get inspiration from.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, before we touch on the models, I'm seeing so many beautiful pieces next to me. Also, I'm seeing smaller sizes, so I'm assuming children, men and women alike?
Exactly. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. So, as you can see, I've got this lovely skirt.
Beautiful.
And
it's got pockets.
So, yeah. And then we have for the men, if you want to twin.
Okay. I love
there you
that.
go. And then we have the dress, which is so nice and fun and cheerful. Then if you want to do the mini-me, you've got the shirts and the dress.
Tanya, you know what I'm imagining? Like a family Christmas photo with the whole family involved, you know?
Yes.
Looking the same or at least complementing each other. So this pattern in particular, I'm seeing a whole lot of different things coming together. Some nature, some blue, some red. What is going on?
Exactly. So the thing is, back in the day, holidays, we used to travel around the country. And that's where the love of outdoors actually started and our natural history heritage. So yeah, you've got strelitzias, you've got proteas, you know, and then with the shapes, it's just to show the boldness that's South African.
Oh, I like that. And I mean, we spoke about this multicultural legacy.
Yes.
Is there by any chance your own heritage that is represented in these patterns?
So like I said, family is a big thing.
Yeah.
And traditions is a big thing. And there are elements here that are inspired by my mom. So she used to do a lot of embroidery, hand painting, and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go.
Mom's legacy lives on forever,
Definitely.
Tanya. That's
Definitely.
absolutely beautiful. Well, I think that we should see this in action. So let's bring in some models so we can actually see what this looks like on our bodies. Meg is here. Oh, with the kids too. Love it.
Right, we can hear that round of applause as well.
Yes, we
everybody.
can. Thank you very much. Welcome in our models. They look so good. Do you want to talk to it maybe on the models itself, little details that we can see?
So as you can see, we've got more pockets, which is always a great thing. You can dress it up and down. It's for lazy days at the beach, maybe, sunat, you name it. And then obviously we've got the kids. I mean, it's so fun. I mean, can I ask you to do something quickly? Can you do a twirl? There you go.
Look at her go.
And then obviously we've got the shirt, which is awesome.
Love the shirt.
And I love the way that the boy and the man is wearing it, but differently. You can either wear it open with a white t-shirt, close it up. Either way, it looks really easy breezy.
Yes.
Okay, so our summer is sorted thanks to you, Tanya. Thank you guys so much for being here. The models, you guys can be dismissed officially.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Well done,
my
everybody.
goodness.
And so what are you looking to achieve with this now, Tanya?
Well, it's just telling a story, really, and just having a little bit of everyone out there.
And you know, also like the world is so small now. You know, is there a possibility that we might see this going on the global market as well?
That would be amazing.
Watch this space.
Watch the space.
I love the energy, Tanya. I'm here for it. I would personally love like either bikini or like a full piece in this
There we
print,
go.
and then like a sarong. Girl, do you see the vision?
See it.
You see the vision. Tanya is gonna get us sorted more than she already has. Okay, you got to watch the space, like she said, and it's all about the colors. Really, and the prints, the style as well. We want you to celebrate Heritage Day with looks inspired by our multicultural legacy. Of course, designed by Willick's colleague, Tanya Wolf. Now you can shop this capsule. You can do it in-store, online, and even on the app. You're going to get yourself a shirt?
Definitely. I'm getting myself a two-piece.
Oh, excuse me.
A two-piece. Next wedding that I'm going to be wearing Tanya's collection.
Come on now.
Oh, we just saw such beautiful things all in the name of heritage. However, the most beautiful things as well are on the social media streets because we asked you for our Good Morning post today, showing us some inspo that we can possibly look at when we are looking at our beautiful outfits that we're going to be wearing on the 24th of September. And we said, show us a time where you were truly just giving so much culture, particularly yours. And I want to start off with Josephine Pickstone. You did the things. Who says, good morning, family, hashtag Expresso Show morning. I love wearing hashtag Duke style, different looks. And babes, you absolutely killed it because that red on red on red, even with everything else around it, absolutely stunning. And then, of course, we got Marilyn Cecilia Govender who says, good morning. And Marilyn, you look absolutely gorgeous. A gorgeous, gorgeous sari for a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. And I love how you just compliment each other in this picture. Oh, man. Next up, of course, it is yet another lovely lady bringing such culture to the forefront. Fiona Govender, who says, good morning. It's a good morning indeed when you look that good, my lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. And finally, we have got the ever-stunning Happiness Kobela. And Happiness, you've made the country happy with this lovely, lovely ensemble. I think that this dress is one that must come in my size. Please send it to me. I can squeeze a little bit because it looks so gorgeous and it looks perfect for Heritage Day. And I love everything else that is right behind you. Beads are my thing. So this, for me, is such a treat. Thank you so much for coming through, Expresso family. I feel like we are getting ready for real when we talk about Heritage Day. And I can promise you this, we're still going to continue over the next couple of days, just making sure that you are 100% there. However, I can't wait to see AV's two-piece that's going to be happening over there with Woolies. AV, are you still all right, my love?
Queen, it's definitely going to be a two-piece, and the other part of the piece, of the two-piece, is going to be your piece, just so you know. All right? This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Everybody, we're still hanging out with Tanya Wolf. So, Tanya, we were focusing on the fashion pieces, right, before we went over to our Joburg studios. So now, what other pieces do we have that are part of the Heritage Capsule?
So like I said, there's something for everyone, and we're looking at homeware as well. So for instance, right over there, we've got this the scatter cushion, and if you look closely, we actually have Hardy Dars.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And I mean, how more South African can you get?
Wait, I think it's in
Exactly. Hear them in the background.
Oh, okay.
And then we have this lovely throw, and honestly, I can't wait to cuddle up with that.
Nice.
It is
the
great.
softness of it.
I need that for Cape Town weather, by the way. I definitely need this.
Yeah.
I need this. Oh, definitely.
Come on.
Beautiful.
And then we have these statement wall art pieces as well, which would go great as a combination.
And what's great is the black and white feel, because I feel that would go into any sort of space, any home, a bedroom, a lounge. We can definitely have this.
And then you just pop it with some color.
Yes. A red lip in particular would look fire. I see that happening. And I absolutely love that you brought this together for us. Tanya, well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
And we can't wait to see what else you have for us. Of course, like we mentioned, you can shop all of these. You can head in store if you'd like to, or you can head over to the online space that Woolworths has, or even on the app, and then get yourself a two-piece, like you said, or a one-piece, like we're going to send to Zanele. A three-piece even. There's more.
Awesome. And if you're still with us, please do let us know on social media. The hashtag is hashtag Expresso Show. We'll be back right after this.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Goodness, I've been saying to Gloria right now that she needs to teach me how to be a content creator.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Karibu Mzansi, and I say karibu because, my friend, we are just over a week away from season 11 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Yes, happening in Zanzibar, and I cannot wait for you to see it. But this is why we wanted to get ready in the best way by bringing two of the beautiful ladies that are in fact going to be our fan contestants on the show. And you've actually got to know them a little bit over the last couple of weeks. I am talking about none other than radiographer and also a fitness fanatic, Dimakatso, and of course a content creator and entrepreneur, Gloria. They are here all in the name of being able to get in their eye a little bit before the island vibes and show you just how competitive they are. Everybody, let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. My Tropica queens, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Amazing, thank you. So ladies, while we get into the questions and everything, we have a little bit of a spin on what we call Tropica Pong, right?
Okay.
Which is a spin on beer pong.
Right.
And this is why you have got some balls in front of you. You're going to be throwing them and trying to get them into the cup. And should you do so, you have a sip of Tropica.
Right.
The person with the most sips is the winner.
Is the winner.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, are we good? Are we happy? Amazing. Watch out, Expresso family. I'm counting on you to count who's getting how many in, ne? Perfect. So, ladies, let's get into it.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, please do. And while you do, I'm going to be asking you some questions.
Sure.
But let's see how we do for the first round. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was so close. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, my beautiful Dima. Let's see if you can get it in. And it's in. Have a sip, please, ma'am. And Gloria, I have to ask you then, my love, are you as excited as me?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am so excited, also nervous
Yes.
as well. Never been on TV. This is my first TV show, so I'm absolutely excited.
This is incredible. And Dima, what about you? Are you excited, nervous? Where are you sitting right now?
A bit of both, I'm excited to be on TV, but also nervous to be on TV because, I don't know how the public is going to receive me, but happy to be here.
Well, girl, they're already receiving you well on social media, on screen as well, here on Tropica, or rather, forgive me, on Expresso. Can you hear? I'm already in Zanzibar. Imagine. imagine. But I think that it is going to be such a beautiful journey, and I'm so excited for everyone to come on it with us, right?
Absolutely.
But Gloria, go ahead. Let's see how we go for round 2. And Dima, I'm going to ask you. Sorry, my babes.
Oh, sorry, babes.
It's so close. It like bounced out.
This is reminding me of the island.
Oh, no way! Dima, what do you think sets you apart from all of the other contestants?
I mean, the fact that I don't say much, so people usually believe, I have nothing to bring to the table, but I'm all about action, We'll see.
Totally. Somebody says, I got a trick up my
We'll
sleeve.
see.
You don't know.
We'll see.
I love that. Gloria, what about you? What sets you apart?
I think what sets me apart is my resilience and my personality as well.
Come on, doll.
Oh, and my dance moves. Like, how can I forget about my dance moves? How can I forget about
Gloria,
my
your dance moves, they bring life to Zanzibar, honey. You're going to bring life to Zanzibar as well.
Vibes are there.
Come on. Dima, I know as well, though, that if we were... almost. But almost doesn't count, Gloria.
Doesn't count.
Tell me, Dima, what message do you have for your fellow competitors? What's something that you want them to know right now?
I would like to say to my fellow competitors that, this girl from a very small town has something to prove, and she's about to. Maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, for me, I also know that, ladies, you two genuinely are just people who I think are pretty much, like you said, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. Totally.
Yeah. And now, too much, baby girl. for Dima, it was too little. Maybe you guys must find just a little bit of an equilibrium, my loves.
A balance.
Grab some balls over there, my Gloria.
Too much oomph.
Let's try and still get this in, because we only have one sip on one side right now. But I have to ask you, ladies, because of course we know that you're going to have to team up with somebody to get to that share of R1 million and a brand new car.
Yes.
Who are you hoping to team up with?
I have my eye on 2 people.
Okay.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah, like, an Afrikaans, man, there's just something about them.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And, of course, Ngobile.
Oh.
Beautiful vibes, strong woman, personality. I love that. I just feel like I'll have so much fun with her. So those are the 2 people I on.
Beautiful. And what about you, Dima?
I am gunning for cars because,
Okay.
he's a surfer and I know water is my Achilles heel. So I'm hoping he complements that weakness in me,
I love that. I love that. Look, I definitely know as well that I would love to try, ladies. Can I have a chance?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Show us what you got.
Okay. Let me show you indeed.
Karibu.
Okay, I can do this. You know what I mean?
You can do this.
This is why I'm the host and not like a contestant. Because I just show all of you up and I'd win in the first episode. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So let's just
This is why you were bossing us around on the
Oh,
island.
please! Guys,
This is why you were the host.
No action, Vanilla.
This is why I was. Guys, I don't want to show you up on national TV. I don't want you to be,
Yeah, we
self-esteem is
understand.
important.
Of course,
You understand
yeah.
what I'm saying? Exactly. But ladies, one last thing. Why is it that Mzansi should tune in come the 28th of September at 6:30 p.m. on S3?
Oh, because there is so much to see. It's like a thriller. There's drama.
Absolutely.
We made friends and not friends.
Hey!
Yes, I also think it's such a diverse group of people. Like, everyone has diversity to bring, and fun and personality and drama, as she said. You see different aspects of people. It's amazing. So really tune in. You don't want to miss this one.
You do not want to miss it at all.
Not at all.
Ladies, I cannot wait for South Africa to see you in all of the different lights that you come in, because I think it's going to be absolutely glorious. And we shall not be dimmed at all. You shall shine.
Totally.
Thank you, my gorgeous lady.
Thank you.
Listen, now, apparently, you guys have one more chance to play.
Oh, really? Oh,
just one more. And then, my friend, let's see.
Make it count.
Who will it be? Here we go.
Ah!
Gloria!
I really want wanted a sip of Tropica.
While the ladies try and get a sip of Tropica, I'm going to remind you, Expresso family, that you have got to tune in come the 28th of September on S3, 6:30 p.m. It is where you will, in fact, 100% be entertained. But more than anything else, you get to go on this journey with us to Zanzibar with some of your favorite personalities and some new personalities that you're absolutely going to love. Don't forget, you can also catch the repeat on SABC1, 9 p.m. It is, yet again, something that I love. Ladies, you know what? Just because you couldn't get it in,
Yeah,
have a sip.
so generous.
Especially you. Especially you, my Gloria. Not the tasty. Is it good? Are we happy
Karibu.
now? Karibu. And karibu to you, Mzansi. I love it. Stay tuned. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Cape Teasy, what's going on?
That was such a great game. So much competition in the room, but it's okay, ladies. Like we say, everyone's a winner at the end of the day. All right. Speaking about winning, it's always a good time to win, and Plascon is giving you the chance to win 10,000 Rand in cash every week. All you need to do is tell us which Plascon product you recently purchased, and of course, remember to include that qualifying hashtag PlasconSA in your answer.
100%. But right now, it's time to find out who our next lucky winner is. Carissa, is you ready? Everybody in the room, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Drum roll, please, everybody. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Congratulations to Renee Hickley. Congratulations, Renee. You've just won yourself 10,000 Rand in cash.
That's incredible. A nice little amount to add to whatever project you're working on. But she commented this. She said, this spring, I refreshed the look of all of my interior doors and also trims with Plascon water-based super gloss enamel. And I'm really loving the sleek gloss finish. I love that. Hashtag PlasconSA is, of course, the hashtag that she used.
Awesome. And I hear Renee is on the line. So we have Renee on the line to celebrate this win. Renee, very excited for you. Good morning.
Renee, girl, you there?
Are you there? Come on, Renee. You've just won yourself 10,000 Rand. Hello, Renee.
Amazing, amazing.
There you go,
Absolutely amazing.
Renee. Congratulations, Renee.
Thank you to Plascon and thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. What an amazing win for spring to enter the spring season.
Oh man, Renee, how does it feel to win 10,000 Rand? Please tell me more because I wish I was in your shoes right now.
Right now, I'm pinching myself. I still need to contain myself and just pinch myself and tell me this is really happening. But it's absolutely amazing. Thank you to Plascon. Thank you to Expresso team. I absolutely love the range. I'm going to have absolute fun with the pastel shades. I'm thinking of doing my third bedroom, which is an anything goes room, you know, when you have a dumping ground for just anything. And I want to...
All right, I don't know if we still have Renee on the line. Renee, are you still there? All right, we lost Renee, but Renee, once again, congratulations. And also remember, you still stand a chance to, you know, be a 10,000 Rand winner, so you can still win this 10,000 Rand, and here's how.
Let's have a look.
Be a handy hero this spring and stand the chance of winning 10,000 Rand cash from Plascon. To enter, tell us what Plascon product you purchased this spring and include hashtag PlasconSA. Enter by replying to Expresso's competition post on Facebook, X or Instagram, or WhatsApp your entry to 084 368 1603. Remember to keep your proof of purchase. Competition closes 27th of September at midday. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
I love that. From winning money to winning today, we are still, of course, celebrating Heritage Month and Heritage Day. And as we gear up for the 24th of September, we're definitely celebrating South African flavors, but with a twist, baby.
100%. And today we are firing up the incredible Ever Jaw-Killing R series to make a quick and delicious pizza, hopefully with no pineapple. So we'll see.
I actually left the pineapple off today just because you said that, but I would usually.
Yeah.
Pineapple and boerewors roll, though. Does it go together, boerewors?
Boerewors, definitely.
Yeah.
And I hear you can get everything ready in just 2 minutes.
2 minutes is all we need. So let's get into this. I think we should go tomato sauce first as the base and then maybe add some cheese. How do you feel about that?
That I like.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Have you ever made pizza before?
No, this is actually the first time.
Oh, so many firsts today.
Yeah. I once tried to make pop and it came out looking like pizza. So that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Oh my gosh, not the
Yeah.
pop pizza. Okay,
My mom would be so disappointed right now. So this is the item that we are talking about. This is the device, the Everjaw Kiln pizza oven, and it reaches optimal temperatures quickly, and that's why I love it so much. And this ensures that pizzas are cooked in just minutes. And I did mention just, 2 minutes with a perfectly, crispy crust and melted toppings. Carissa is currently busy with that right now. And this gives you that authentic wood-fired pizza experience at home.
I love that.
So this is definitely a device that I need to get for myself.
I think so. How much cheese is too much cheese?
I don't think there can ever be too much cheese.
I don't think so either.
Just a little bit more. That works. No, that works.
Okay,
All right.
okay. Well, we've got the cheese going, the passata on. Shall we go veggies first or meat?
Let's go veggies first.
Veggies. Are you into your peppers?
I love peppers.
You do?
Yes, both green and red peppers.
Can I tell you something I learned about
me.
peppers?
What?
It's literally my party thing now that I tell everybody I meet.
Okay.
All peppers are the same. They're just at different stages of aging.
Oh.
So they're actually been tricking us. So a red pepper is the same as a yellow pepper. It's the same as a green pepper. It just kind of starts off, I think, as a green and then goes yellow and then goes red.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the pink pepper?
I've never heard of that one. What's
Peppa
that?
Pig.
Are you a dad? That was a
I'm
dad
just
joke
saying.
for real.
But earlier, Carissa asked if I'm funny, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, the verdict is still out. We're not sure about that one.
And you know what else? It's perfect for pizzas. The Overjaw Kiln is also versatile enough to cook other dishes as well.
Nice.
These include roasted vegetables that I love very much, flatbreads, or even meat as well. And this makes it, an all-in-one outdoor cooking solution. So this Heritage Month, when you're braaiing, definitely a device for you.
Yeah, I also heard that it's portable. As long as you have some sort of gas connection,
Yeah.
you can definitely carry this with you, even if you go camping.
Sure.
That is such a cool way. Do you like tomatoes?
Yes.
Okay, let's add
Yes.
a couple because I don't love
Everything that's here, I like.
including
All right?
me.
There's no, especially you.
Oh,
especially
thank you.
Carissa.
I'll take it.
She paid me to say that.
I did.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, under the table. Okay, a little bit chili.
Chili we can do, yeah.
Okay, a little bit of chili.
Just a little
Smell
bit.
this. Tell me what you think that is.
Are you sure you want me to tell you? This smells good. I don't know what this is.
Taste it and then you can tell me what it is.
Okay.
Wait, are
Parsley?
you
Can
usually
you-
in the kitchen?
Not really.
Oh, I can tell.
Not really.
Okay.
Can you see that?
It's oregano.
Maybe you can let us know also on social media. You know what you think this is?
Oregano.
Expresso.
Oregano.
Oregano.
Oregano. Is that
Oregano.
right? That sounds weird to me.
Mhm.
Oregano. Whatever.
It's-
It's a herb.
Sounds like a chemical on the periodic table. Helibep knofnina mek al sips klarkaka.
What are you?
If you're a scientist, you know what I'm talking about. So
Sir.
those are the elements on the periodic table.
All of them?
Yeah. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron,
That's
carbon,
not what you
nitrogen,
said.
oxygen. Yeah. So I just said the first letters, the representations.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
then
yeah.
we just
So
put
what's
it in.
happening now?
We put it in. Oh, no, it needs to come off of it.
Okay. I don't know if Carissa is doing the right things here.
I am.
Okay.
Okay, wait. We're supposed to check if it moves.
Okay.
I need to be gentle.
Be gentle.
I'm sorry, I was being a bit aggressive.
That's the first thing I told you this morning.
It worked!
There we go. Awesome. Fantastic.
Okay, so we leave that in there for 2 minutes and
Yeah.
then we hope and pray to the food gods that it turns out like this. Not because of the Everjaw, but because of our lacking skills as a unit. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to taste it?
Okay. I'm tempted to. I need a knife. Do we have a
If
knife?
you don't taste it, just cut
there
it
we
at
go.
least. At
Yeah.
least cut it.
Can
Let's
somebody
taste-
tell me what this is called?
That is called a pizza cutter.
It's a cutter. Really? No, I'm sure there's a technical term for this. Yeah?
Oh, lovely. Well, listen, this beautiful device that we've been using does feature a rotating turntable and a U-shaped burner. The kiln removes the need to manually turn your pizza and also ensures an even cook every single time. It is also super easy to set up and clean and store, and that is what we want because when we get to cooking, we don't want to spend too much time here, you know? The Kiln R series is the perfect addition to your outdoor entertaining space. And like I said, if you're moving around, if you're traveling a bit, make sure that you get yourself one of these. As long as you have a gas inclusion, then you will be good to go. Wow.
There we go.
Very generous. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, I'll have to taste it.
Is it good?
Tastes like pizza to me.
Okay. By the way, there's also wors on this pizza.
There is. We had to make it South African.
There's pizza.
What does your wors taste like?
This is too good. This is too good.
That was not a TV bite.
This is too good. I like this. I
What
like
a
this.
great combination.
And I like the balance of flavors as well. I like it. And there's
Me
no
too.
pineapple, by the way, so this
No,
really
but
does go a long way.
pineapple would have elevated this. Add that burst of sweetness, it would have been perfect. Well, just like that. Our Heritage Day Boerewors pizza is ready in a flash. Just 2 minutes is all we need.
Yeah.
And remember, you can find the full recipe on expressoshow.com. And if you're ready to level up your cooking experience like we've just done, head over to eionline.co.za to shop the Everjaw Kiln and more.
All right,
This
now
is
we have to find out
good.
from Zanele as well. Zanele, we've just made pizza. So I want to find out from you, Zanele. Okay. Let's find out.
Yeah, no.
Let's find out.
I've
Do
never-
you like pineapple on your pizza?
Yes or no?
I do.
No,
I actually do,
Zanele,
guys. I believe
no.
pineapple is delicious on
That's my
pizza.
girl.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes.
Thank
It
you,
is what it
Zanele.
is.
It's just a superior option.
Thank you.
Ham and pineapple together.
Exactly.
I'm disappointed,
Dude,
Zanele.
like, have you ever had like pineapple with like, I don't know, like something a little bit meatier than even like ham? Like you add it to just like a little bit of chicken or something. It's delicious. You don't know
Yes.
nice things, AB. Come
That's
on.
what makes it
Come on,
wrong.
come to the party. Oh, please.
No,
Get
a
outta
chicken burger
here.
with pineapple is superiio Listen, Zanele, tell us, girl, what else is there? I know that we've just got 10 more minutes on your Feel Good Breakfast show. What still is to come?
Oh, babe, I am so excited because we're ending off with a bang, Expresso family, all across Mzansi. The beautiful voice of Sisana shall be heard as we wrap up the show. So trust me, you do not want to go anywhere. We also got a few more things to tell you. However, you won't know what they are, ne? If you decide all of a sudden like to switch off the TV or to go away or something, just stay exactly where you are. We got just 10 more minutes right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be back after this.
Win with the Taste Master Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and create your most impressive school lunchbox featuring a baked item using your favorite Clover products. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Taste Master Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2, Clover Made with Love.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, everybody. Our pizza is still in the oven. Carissa?
I think that I've got this covered is all I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pizza's going, it's doing its thing, and while that gets ready in, like I said, just 2 minutes, get up and play Sports Stake 8 fixture list 780 for an estimated jackpot of over 1.9 million rand this Thursday.
And this fixture list closes at 16:30. Remember this, all right? And also play now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website or mobile app for your shot at winning big. And of course, be Inja Yeke.
Yeah, you gotta say it like that. And to end up with an absolute bang to make us feel like winners on this Klein Vrydag, we still have Josie getting down with some good music. So Sana Zanele, what's going on?
What it do, babies? From you guys making absolutely deliciously looking pizza to us being taken away on a beautiful ride to the sounds of Sisana. Everybody, please put your hands together for Hamba by Sisana.
Thank you.
Ivuliwe iminyango, avuliwe amasango. Ivuliwe le minyango, avuliwe amasango. Hamba futhi wena, hamba sisi wena, hamba futhi wena, hamba sisi wena. Ivuliwe iminyango, avuliwe amasango. Ivuliwe le minyango, avuliwe amasango. Hamba futhi wena, hamba sisi wena, hamba futhi wena, hamba sisi wena. Sukundinqamela lo mthwalo awulingani, hey sukundileqa indlela zilingani, eyami njibilizi ingathi akibhotolo, eyakho imthebelele uyakwazi ukuhamba, endithi hamba hamba ndizolinda, engobisina muva liyabuka kwashwabadala, sina muva liyabuka kwashwabadala, hamba hamba ndizolinda, endithi hamba hamba ndizolinda. Ndizolinda ixesha lam.
Ndizolinda. Hamba, hamba, ndizolinda. Endithi hamba, hamba, ndizolinda. Hamba, hamba, ndizolinda. Oh man, come on everybody. What a beautiful song sung by a beautiful artist, somebody who truly sings from the depths of her soul. And you can tell that not just from her music, but from her even getting emotional. My goodness, Cape Town, I feel like, guys, we're all in our feels right now. We're all feeling exactly what it is that this song represents, huh?
Yeah. Sanele, absolutely. I'm a crybaby, bro. I didn't even want to look at the screen. I knew for sure that the tears would come. But listen, the goodness is going to continue tomorrow on a Friday because, AB, I just got news. You're back tomorrow, bro.
What? Lena, is that true?
It's the
Lucia,
truth.
is that true?
Cheers.
Oh, yes! Excuse. We're back, everybody. We're back, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. We're back.
Another feel-good production.
Experience the new face of Clover Olive Pride Oils. Your same trusted choice for premium olive oil. Same great formulation, fresh new look.